I have chosen to speak to you today from the farm because places like this represent what proper Britain is about. Hard work, responsibility, effort, duty, stewardship. This is the England I know, and this is the England that I love. On a farm, you don't think in election cycles or headlines or polling. You think in seasons. You think in generations, in what you leave behind to those who come after you. And that's why, here on the farm, I am now launching Restore Britain as a national political party. I'm now going to dedicate my life to finding, organising, funding, and providing hundreds of qualified candidates to present to the British people at the next general election. This process has already started, with invitations being issued to patriots in aligned political parties, Reform, the Conservatives, the SDP, Advance, and more. In local politics, we will work in partnership with localised political parties, such as Great Yarmouth First, that have the best interests of their residents at heart, combining our forces at the next general election. The men and women standing for Restore in that election will not be politicians, I promise you that. They will not be failed ministers. They will not be tainted by failures of the past. They will be from business, from the military, from science, from medicine, from education, from industry, representing real communities up and down the country. Every single one will be from well outside the existing political establishment, and every single one will understand the difficult decisions that need to be taken. Because there are no easy fixes. I'm not going to tell you comforting lies about the condition of our country. I have only ever been honest with the British people, and I will be straight with you now. What is necessary will be incredibly painful. But for the first time in a very long time, voters will have a genuine alternative which is truthful with them about the scale of what now has to be done. The first priority is to control who comes to our country, and more importantly, who stays in our country. Restore Britain will not just stop mass immigration, we will reverse it. Every single illegal migrant will be securely detained and then deported. The message will be unrelenting. If you are in this country without our permission, you will be removed. For the foreseeable future, far more people must leave Britain than arrive. If a foreign national is unable to speak English, lives in social housing, claims benefits, refuses to work, fails to integrate, commits crime, or even actively hates our way of life and wishes to do us harm, then they must leave or be made to leave. Restore Britain will make our communities safe again for women and children. That, I promise you. If that means millions go, then millions go. We're constantly told that the economy needs vast swathes of low-skilled migrants. We know that's simply not true. What we need is to get millions of healthy Brits back into work. A radical overhaul of how welfare is delivered. Protecting those in genuine need, but not funding healthy shirkers to live off the back of hard-working men and women. If you can work, you must work. It really is that simple. Restore Britain will be abundantly clear. If you consistently refuse work, then you will lose your benefits. We will punish indolence, and more importantly, we will reward success. We will provide vast economic incentives for men and women to start businesses, generate opportunities, build wealth, and create self-sufficient families. Standing here today on the farm, I know exactly what it means to deal with energy bills, labor shortages, regulation, unproductive paperwork, planning restrictions, tax, and endless uncertainty. The state has definitively become the enemy of the people. Restore Britain will burn away suffocating taxes on work and enterprise. We will slash unnecessary regulation. We will dismantle bloated quangos and the overbearing HR culture. We must crush parasitic Britain. We will restore long-term, stable, logical policy so that businesses can plan and invest and grow again. But Restore Britain is about much more than numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about who we are as a nation and who we are as a people. Britain is not just an economy. Britain is not just an idea. Britain is not just a passport. Britain is a nation. Britain is a people, our people. And Restore Britain will never allow that to be erased. We will celebrate our Christian heritage and the identity that built and shaped this country. Responsibility, restraint, forgiveness, duty, and fairness. In short, a high-trust society. That will mean defending our culture. That will mean resisting the relentless creep of radical Islam. That will mean banning the burqa, outlawing Sharia law, blocking cousin marriages, and reimposing our Christian-based rule of law. A Restore Britain government would legislate to ensure that no halal or kosher slaughter on British soil. This is Britain, and we will do things our way. This political party now exists for one reason: to restore Britain, to make it a better, safer, and more prosperous place for British men and women to raise their families. It will be difficult and it will be painful, but I assure you, it is possible. I hope you will consider joining me on this journey and becoming a member of our party. It is our country. It is now our collective responsibility to act. Together, we will restore Britain. Thank you.
Help if my microphone's not muted, folks. That's me going, ooh. What do you think of that then? That is what Rupert Lowe launched yesterday or the day before, like he does. But I see a load of you in chat. I'll get your little post up on the screen in a minute. Obviously, I didn't want to interrupt the video, but if for any reason, because Electro Talk's going on about blooming copyright, it's copyright mad. If anything happens, I'll just silence it. So at the beginning of the video, it'll be silent and just skip it. So that's how it is on X. So that's how we used it. I mean, if he wants people to spread the word, then that's how we do it, is it not? If we don't like it, then he should put on it, this is copyrighted, you can't share it. I'm a very, very much a people person, but you're not using any of my video, which would make no sense, wouldn't it? But I thought, you know, we have to go through the honours with playing what he said, just so you can all see it and see what it says. I would love to know what you all think. I've got Electro Doc in the back that's just about to come up on screen. There's quite a few of you here, so all jump in the chat. Make sure you subscribe. It is on, like, I do go through chat. Anything in chat, I try and put up on screen. So all I ask is you're willing to be a subscriber for the pleasure. You have to just be a member or subscriber for just literally 1 minute. Refresh the screen and get in the chat and have your say, and I'll bring it up. So obviously I can see the regulars, I see new faces. It's brilliant. It's happy days. Yes, I've got this on. It's blooming cold today in Portsmouth, ladies and gents. I've got the heating on as well. Blooming hell, I've got a jumper, a hoodie. I've got me the Wizards merch beanie available at thewizardswords.com. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? But it's all good. So I hope you're well, Darren. Thank you for joining us. We have who's first in the house? I believe it was Cara. Cara was first in the house. She's traveling, folks. She's traveling. Oh, stay safe, Cara. Glad to have you here. It's all happy days. And then we had Electro Doc in the house. Look, 23 degrees in Benidorm. Yes, he's going to Benidorm, everyone. He's only told us 28 times, but you know, Muppet. Trying to make us jealous. You're trying to make us jealous. Well, I don't know what to say about that. Robin is in the house. Welcome, Robin. Glad to have you here. Darren, obviously, because I had you up a minute ago. I literally just said Robin. I was about to say Robin again. Then Pouncy's in the house, giving it large. We have Craig Mawson. Hi. In the chat, we have Kobe. This man must be kept safe at all costs. And Ben Habib, what he said, I mean, he's very He's a very good man, but I've got concerns about Restore, hasn't we all? But I'm on the fence. Literally, I'm not going either way. I don't know. And obviously, I'm willing to play his video there, so it's not like it's not like I'm like anti-Restore. I'm just a bit concerned. I've seen all the ethno-nationalists and all the anti-Zionist type people jumping on the bandwagon, and it makes me nervous with all that sort of stuff. So I'm not a fan. I don't know how you can be. Oh look, Richard.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can be anti-Zionist, anti-Jew when Jesus was a Jew and Judea and Samaria, not Palestine, is land of the Jews as given to the Jews by God, as written in the Bible and the Quran. So it makes me nervous when these sort of people jump on Restore Britain, ethno-nationalism, and we're anti-Zionist, and that makes me very nervous. So just so you know where I'm coming from, folks. But let me know what you think in the chat. I've had a couple of polls up. I don't think we can use the one on X. It's been like 3 votes. I think it was 2 voted for Advance and 1 voted for the Advance and Restore merger. But the YouTube ones, I think over 150 votes. Still not major, but it's enough to give us an idea of where it's going. A coalition of Advance and Restore is better than Starmer's coalition. I'm with you on that, Ollie. Yep, 100%. Yep, you're right. Yep. I see Ben. We will see. I can hear you, Wizard. Happy days. Yeah. Good afternoon, Wizard Jack. Joey's is in the house. Welcome, Jerry's. Happy days. And one thing I never say because I get embarrassed saying it, but there is you can support the channel. You can buy potions on Ko-fi.com. The link's at the top. There's super chats. You can become a member. You can have your name in green, which means I will see you in the chat a lot quicker. And the chances are I'll get your stuff up on screen and we'll discuss it. Like Ollie here is green, so I clicked on that and up the Jerry's as a member, he's green, so he's up on that. So it's all happy days. And Electrodoc, who's actually on screen, is actually an administrator. So if you say anything, he's going to delete you. And we have Business Australia, who is a mod, and he will delete you if you start talking rubbish. Any Jew hatred, you're gone. You don't even get a second chance. Pouncy is also a moderator. Look, see, 3 of you. What did I say last time when I needed one? None. Here now, we've got 3 of you. Happy days.
Jump in, quick, jump in. Right, so I was going to say, I did say actually in chat, they don't know whether or not they can hear me, Wiz, because you haven't shut the F up yet.
I know, because that's the thing. When it's my channel, I get to talk first. I can talk over you. I can give you naughty symbols like woo. But yeah, go on. You can talk now. I was going to introduce you once I said all this and, done my intros. I literally just saw that come up and I thought, I've not seen Luke May. So he's found another channel. Make sure you subscribe. Oh, he has subscribed. He's talking. I was going to say all that. And then I was going to say, right. And now we got Electrodoc. What's he going to say? Get ready, ladies and gents. Here he is. And then I was going to introduce you. Go, Electrodoc. But,
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, and then
Hi everyone. Yeah, so I'm showing off my mug, you see, because I'm not likely to change my name anytime soon. So this was a wise investment for £1.75 from Wish.com. Yeah.
Afternoon, Lisa. Hope you're well.
So on the college, I don't know if you saw my suggestions, which I did actually WhatsApp you last night, saying I'll work on some questions you can ask. But you went away and you put them up anyway, and you missed one out. So that'd be Advance UK.
No, I just wanted it like that. I was aiming it at advanced people because they're on the channel. So I wanted to know if they just wanted to stick to Advance or had Advance and Restore. That's all I was asking. That's why I've done it, mate. I did read it.
But you need, yes, but what? But you need to take into account how many people would be more willing to join Restore Britain and support the college as well, because the college is Advance UK. Yeah,
Advance and that's UK what Rupert won't like.
Well, we don't know yet.
I think I lied. Ladies and gents. I'll have to apologize. Me, I swear, I thought it was on when I said to you there's about 150 votes. I thought I had about 136, but it's actually 36. So I blagged that somewhat. But the Advance and Restore merger actually got 78% of the vote, and the Advance UK 14%. But it's still up, so you can still vote. It's only been up 4 hours, but just goes to show people are very much in favour of an Advance and Restore merger.
You need to remind people that Advance UK is the college, and the college is Advance UK, and also the communication route that we can get up into higher echelons and get our voices heard with the filter of the college, because the college acts as a filter of sensibility, right? Otherwise, we're just the same as I keep saying. Otherwise, we're just shouting in the middle of chuffing the market square at the pigeons. We're that madman, right? Even if we think that our idea is absolutely brilliant, we haven't even had it heard by the college. If the college no longer exists, is what I'm getting at. And,
I just saw a comment. Nicky Jones, where are you, Nicky Jones? I want to put it up because I'm like, oh yeah, you're thinking the same as me. I've got try and get through all the chat to find Nicky Jones, and then I have to go all the way back because that one there. Look, if Restore don't allow members to have a say in policy, then they won't get a penny out of me.
There you go. You see. So, but you need to remind people of this as well. You see, because they're like you; they've got a memory, and like memories fall out the tabs. Luckily, you've got your headphones on, so I'm able to indoctrinate you properly, right? and the other side's also bunged up, so it's not as if that indoctrination's going to fall out the other ear like it normally does.
Yeah, but everyone get your views, whatever it is you want to say. If it's actually a question, just tag me. Put at Wizard Words, or if you want it directed at Electrodoc, then put at Electrodoc. That's the best way to see a question, because obviously it'll come up orange and I'll see it, and happy days. But yeah, we're all entitled to our own views. I don't want anyone having a go like hating on anyone. We're all entitled to our opinions, our views. It's a free world. We have free speech. But what I won't have is any hatred, any Jew hatred, any sort of Islamic ideology promotion. That sort of stuff is a no. The mods will remove you. You'll be given some sort of timeout, and then when you come back, if you do it again, you'll just be done, dusted. But any anti-Jew stuff, you'll just be gone. I'm not having people insult the Jewish people when Jesus was a Jew. Like we say, we're all here saying we're a Christian country. So
I'm not modding, by the way, because at the moment I'm not actually in YouTube. I only have StreamYards opened up. So yeah, it's down to how many mods we got in. We've got two mods in today, have we?
Yep. One and business in the house.
One mod per
Green Street.
User. Wow.
Green Street. That was a film, wasn't it? Green Street. That rings a bell. If Rupert wants to deport millions and millions, he had better start recruiting and training now. Yeah. I think that sort of comes from the ethno-nationalism. That over my head. I am not interested in the slightest in that sort of stuff. It's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? So
we love Mo.
Right, but yeah, you can't just throw out millions.
Throw Mo out. Not allowed to throw Mo out. He's great.
I saw him having a go at Baraka. Racists.
Yeah.
Mario Bandelli. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm assuming you're Italian, and you'll be like, no. But how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. It's appreciated. Dazzler's in the house. If Rupert merges with Advance, all okay. HT, not happy with joining Rupert, would whip out the college and our constitution.
Interesting fact about that particular avatar there for you. That is a Vespa, and a Vespa in Italian means wasp, because I've got vespophobia. That doesn't mean that I'm allergic to very, very tinny sounding little motorbikes. It means I'm afraid of wasps. Vespophobia.
Yeah, they got a bit of a sting in their tail, haven't they?
Not as much as your jokes have, Wiz.
I know, me bad. So, but yeah, that's my main concern, Dazzler. I reckon Rupert Lowe, I reckon he's going to be quite Nigel Farage style, like I'm leader, end of. What I say goes, end of.
This is what we don't want. We don't. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Morris, he mentioned it, before this stream. He's there moaning about folks. Oh, so what if there's no college in Advance UK? We just still need to do a merger. another thing I disagree on. We still need the structure of the
don't
college.
Forget, when Rupert Lowe was in reform, he was looking at possibly facing charges for threatening Zia Yusuf because he wouldn't get his own way.
Yeah, but that was BS.
Really, no charges were brought and all that, and it was all dropped. But he's obviously done something at some point. So there's something in him that is very sort of argumentative, my way or no way, like up his own backside. So I'll just be very wary of the man. I don't know him, so
I don't know what you've been watching a TikTok
about him. He's been in about 5 or 6 different parties.
Have you been watching TikTok dances again?
So
it sounds like a conspiracy theory.
No, it's in the news. It was all in the news. You can look it up. It was on the BBC. BBC News.
BBC.
But it was on BBC News. But have a Google. There's about 9-10 different articles on it. But obviously, like I said, there was no charges brought. But it goes to show, like, you know, he wanted it his way. Zia Yusuf was like, no, so he left.
With
threatened it.
The BBC and TikTok are one of the same, mate. All right.
Not just
the only
BBC,
thing different.
Mate. All the other bloody.
Well, even
I had someone the other day. I bet it was you under a different name, right? I'd done it. I said about the North Korea Squid Games. He was actually what do you call it? I was going to say slaughter. That's not the word. But basically, because they watch Squid Games, is having them killed in North Korea. Someone in the comments going fake news. I said, no, it's not. It says here, even Sky News covered it in one of their broadcasts. And he's like, oh, Sky News? I was like, right, here's Amnesty International then. Have that. And then he never responded to that. Do you know what I mean? So I never say anything unless I know I can go and get the receipts. But that shut him up. And why say it's fake news with North Korea? I mean, how people live there is absolutely awful. And he was getting all defensive. Fake news, fake news. No. Factual news. Amnesty International. I said, I accept apologies. Here's Amnesty International link. And he never responded.
It wasn't me under a fake name, I can assure you. I do follow North Korea. I do follow North Korea quite intensely. I've even got one called Up the Kimden that I watch, and he's a new channel. He brings out long format news on North Korea, because obviously all the news really from North Korea has already been covered, because he doesn't let a great deal of it out, does he? So it's really a just rehash of all the other long format videos that I watched on North Korea, because I was actually interested in finding out how on earth does a capitalist country become communist. But now I've already had my answer, you know, my question answered by just watching what politics is doing in this country. I already know the answer. I have no need to find out anymore. You can stop now, please. Whoever's up there, like controlling my news feed. All right, it's fine. I've found out. All right, enough. I've found out enough.
Pat, welcome. And I didn't say Rupert said. I said that there's a lot of people in Restore Britain who are now going to, like, they're going to it in their flocks, aren't they? Like, Restore Britain, yeah, but they've been saying like they're basically ethno-nationalism and they're anti-Jew. Well, these people are saying it like, because they obviously, even under ethno-nationalism, you're basically saying get all the. I mean, it's ridiculous, but it was the people, not Rupert. So obviously, I'm not saying that's what the party stands for, but they're the people going to it at the moment.
Well, it's probably because Britain First, they've expressed a preference towards Restore, haven't they? They've let Restore do whatever they want democratically. You know, I don't think they've joined. I don't think they've joined. I'm unsure at the moment, but I think
they have, mate. But I read something on X saying like First Britain has now become whatever. But I mean, again, people are saying that about advance.
People are saying,
so
exactly.
Pinch of salt. Pinch of salt.
Yeah, and nobody knows anything for a fact yet. We don't even know whether or not the college is still going to remain. But then again, if the college doesn't remain, then Advance UK is no longer a party. Yeah. So then we need to make our decisions after that fact, even if, I mean, Ben Habib was even talking about, even if it means that he's got to step down a role and go into the college, I wouldn't mind that. Yeah. However, it would mean that even though Advance UK are in there in Restore, it'd still mean an X on Restore in the polling booth because we still support Advance UK, but Advance UK will then support Restore Britain. And because we trust Advance UK, the cross would need to go on to Restore Britain. Do you get me?
Yep.
In order for our voices to be heard. There you go. That's our only my only stipulation anyway. I think Wizard's nodded in agreement there. It's very subtle, you know.
Yeah.
Very
I know he's saying geese. I was just reading Cara's like changing from bus to train, living the dream. Let's just get past this election, then sort thing out. Yeah, they're Robin. It's going to be like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tom, still no words from Rupert on Ben's offer. No, I've not heard nothing.
I haven't heard anything.
No, okay. The FMAP position will never happen, but we have to concentrate on our race. That's very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah. Agent Hex. Yep. I'm anti-lefty. I think we all are.
Aren't we just?
Well said, Lisa. No more uni party. Yuck.
Yeah.
Right, let's hope now this will be the end of reform.
Yeah. He's never going to be able to claw back now. Not from what he did with Rupert and Ben. He's not going to claw back from that. You know. Oh well, then I'll join your party then. No, and then us in the college, we're also going to. It'll just be a massive capital no. Wouldn't it?
I've still got my fingers crossed. It's not even going to be a merger.
Well, yeah, but
I think it'd be the college that might possibly be the thing that stops it. Possibly, but obviously I can't. The future.
We don't know.
Even though I'm a wizard,
yeah.
But yeah, it's but reform. I've never clicked with that. I don't know. I don't know if it's because where Nigel Farage comes across as all mouth and fake for the cameras, and he's something when the cameras aren't on him. I don't know.
Reform have fallen to Zia Youssef and the Conservatives, mate. It's obvious.
Yeah.
And like, there's going to be more people who wanted to vote for Rupert Lowe, but he made the movement instead of a party, and now they're going to come across from Reform onto Rupert Lowe's Restore Britain. You know what I mean? There are a lot of people who voted Advance because they wanted Rupert Lowe to be in that party. So there's a lot of people who's just going to put their vote into Restore Britain, and I don't blame them for that, but that's because they haven't really realised the power of the college and that the college is Advance UK, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
I mean, we've already proven it on this channel, haven't we, that we can get our communication across to interviews such as with Ben Habib, like what Paul did, not 6 hours after the stream he did with you and me and Mo. Yeah, putting your questions and answers to him. You could see that it was welded. It was like, you know, amalgamated into that interview that he was giving to Advance to Ben Habib. Basically, you could see that, and then Ben Habib said, "Well, even if I have to come and be a college member, then I'll just do that, and then we can, you know,
yep,
it's brilliant." Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you, geese.
Yeah.
I just saw a comment in. Where did I go? My message. Ollie, you have to have a degree of ethno-nationalism to preserve your ethnicity.
Right. I think we're kind of used to multiculturalism, but it's just the Wislam issue, isn't it?
Yeah, don't put my name in front of that rubbish.
Yeah,
that's what I read earlier. The restore.
We love Mo. We love Mo. We love Mo. We love Ben Habib. Yeah, and they're both different nationalities, aren't they? Right. So we're already used to that, and we've already got our own patriots who are like that. Baraka. He you know, I could name many, but they're just the ones on top of my extremely forgetful head. So, but it's the kind of, the other majority who want to actually change our laws and overtake the country that we've just got an issue with. I think that's called civic nationalism. You know, I'm unsure about that. Just something I heard once. Yeah.
This is a message I put up earlier, but I'm putting up again anyway, because it's very important. This is because I think a lot of people be thinking, like, if the members don't get a say, i.e. something like the college, then they get their backs up, because a lot of people I've seen, even on Richard Inman or wherever they're talking, are saying like, "Oh, I joined Advance because of the college. Oh, it's the college that makes Advance unique. Oh, the college is Advance." And then even you said that, Lecture Doc. So what Nikki's saying here, I think, is really, really important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally agree, Nikki.
Up the hill, round the corner. Welcome. Hope you all had a wicked Valentine's. Yes, I did. Wife and I had a curry last night.
My cousin bought me Sniper Elite 5 and a Chinese the night before. I'm not even gay, right? He's lodging here for a bit, by the way. Yeah. So, yeah, that's lovely. And he's the one who's done all the decorating and all. Whenever I open that door and I look like I'm going into the gates of heaven because it's so white. It's supposed to be painting it grey. I bet he's watching at the moment, you know. It's supposed to be painting it grey, but I'll whatever, mate. You whenever you want. I don't care. It's brilliant job that he's done. He's done all stairs, papered them, painted all over the shit brown that I used to have from an ex-girlfriend who did that just to get back at me. So,
like all that's gone. Darren, I'm hoping college will decide. However, I think college should remain. I assume you're supposed to say remain there. A lot of discussion going on at the moment. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm definitely, my hand straight up in the air. If someone says, should the college remain? Yes, 100%. You have to let me know in the comments with the other people that are, whether you're a paid up member of Advance or you just follow Advance or whatever it may be. Obviously, the college, let us know what that means to you, whether, it has to be in the stipulation that it has to remain in order for them to restore or whatever.
We want that communication route, no matter what.
Yeah, like the video I just played at the beginning, if you had your eyes closed, you would have sworn that was someone from Advance talking.
Absolutely.
Weird.
It's a carbon copy.
Taking everything from Advance.
It's a carbon copy, mate. Carbon copy of all our policies with the halal and kosher meat tacked on the side. But then again, that was just a thing that Rupert Lowe was doing anyway, of which we don't mind either.
Yep. I watched a documentary on the Codex Gigas earlier. Very interesting. Say about the year of revision 2033. Not know if people seen it. Nope. Not seen it, geez. I was once your channel over Lecture Doc can stay silent for 2 hours. Okay, cool. What we do is that and say, well, where's he gone? No way, just booted him. Sorry, mate, I want your sponsorship. Did you like that?
Yeah, the cherries. Cheers. Anyway, I was silent for the first 2 hours of this stream. You won't let me get a word in edgeways.
Well, the first 7 minutes because Rupert Lowe was speaking, and then I wanted to say hi to all my lovely fellow WizFam subscribers. So yeah, you come after Rupert Lowe and after the subscribers, mate. I'm not.
Yes, but you getting through, all your list of your fans and things like that actually took 2 hours. You know what I mean? Not my fault that you're such a great guy, is it?
Yeah.
Get a lesser fan base.
Someone's been brainwashed. We haven't ever had better choice to choose from. Get off your backsides and vote, says Ollie. Oh yeah.
Well, even if Advance UK does crumble and there's no college, then where we're going to put our vote, it's still going to have to be on Restore,
We don't want to
because we don't want chuffing reforming, do we? We don't want the Greens and all that lot in. Next thing you know, your grandkids are going to have to be walking around in burqas, so we're going to have to vote somewhere. Yeah, but we would prefer to have it so the Advance UK College has still got that communication line, rather than having to be like a madman shouting at pigeons in chuffing X. Because the college acts as a filter. I'm sure I keep saying this. It acts as a filter whereby, the college member can then take their own initiative in which to decide whether or not our ideas are good, and then to, either reword it from a load of umming and ahhing that I normally do, reword it, and then put it into more sensible question to the leaders. I can't see what the issue is with that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Robert. It's 234. It just jumped to 252. Too many voices for the centre right now, but at least the attention of the influencing, sneaky, toxic, fake BBC will be distracted. Yes. I don't watch BBC. I don't watch it, mate. So, yeah, I think people got wind of mainstream media and their chosen narratives, agendas.
All mainstream media that are pulling down either Ben don't even go looking at the moment, but Rupert Lowe, anybody pulling him down are doing that because he's against the establishment. Yeah, he's basically what Reform was before Reform became Nigel Farage. Ben and Rupert are both what Reform should have been now, but they've collapsed to Zia and the other cronies and the and Conservatives. And what happened to Nigel Farage and his? We'll be fully we'll be fully looking at your past and making sure that you haven't said anything bad, right? And then suddenly they've got that other Muslim bloke from Conservatives. What was his name? Can you remember? One of their recent Conservative joiners. Forgot his name. Someone in chat might know. You know, I mean, who got done for fraud in Conservatives? Muslim guy. Fraud.
Oh, not Zahawi. Nazaddin Zahawi. Was it that one?
Rings a bell.
Yeah, because he had to go at someone and you got done, didn't you?
Who did?
That Zahawi, he was moaning at someone. They go, but you got caught for that.
Yeah. So why is he allowed to join Reform UK? If Reform UK said we'll be fully looking into all your history and making sure you've done nothing wrong. It was basically just a just a filter that they could apply to like old Mr. Robinson, and such like. It were a filter for that. Yeah, they're allowing people who have done millions of pounds worth of fraud into party. Folks easily forget, Wiz, about this kind of stuff. But I remember. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too. I'm like an elephant, but
well, yeah.
Yeah, if anyone wants to pop up and have their say rather than typing away there in the chat, you can just ask for the link in the chat, and I will.
Are we allowing flashing icons now, Wiz? Are we allowing flashing icons so anybody with a microphone can join or what? Yeah.
Tracy Newsom just followed me in Kofi. Thank you very much. That popped up. I saw that. He's followed me on Kofi. This is a good question. I asked Paul Thorpe this, and he's like, I was just getting into bed. I was like, my bad, night. What would it be called? I've got a feeling under what's his name? Under Rupert Lowe, it'd be like, no, it's called Restore Britain. So I reckon Advance would have to drop their name, which I don't like the name Restore. I prefer Advance because Restore, once you're 10 years in the making, the name sounds weird.
So maybe the structure of the Advance UK party could become a proxy, if you like. I don't know how it works, but they could become a proxy of Restore. Yeah. So I think it'll only really matter on the voting sheet. It might say on the voting sheet. So if Ben can work it so as to become like a proxy of that, so we're able to give our ideas into Restore Britain via
A&R. Bit of A&R.
Yeah.
Who knows? I prefer the name Advance. I do genuinely, but
yeah.
No.
Yeah. All depends on what. Yeah. It all depends on what Ben Habib comes up with, or the Advanced UK College, should I say? Because it's them who'd vote for that, wouldn't it? But so as you ain't got to get all your merchandise and all the posters and things like that all re-changed and what have you.
Yeah.
Maybe it might be a good idea just to become a proxy of Restore Britain. Maybe I don't even know how it work. But
yeah, the viewers have been good. Yesterday got over 10,000 views. I was literally shocked. So same as the Paul Thorpe interview. That was nearly 10,000 views. We just need 600 people willing to protect the UK. Considering this like nation has what, nearly 70 million, it shouldn't be hard to get 600 people willing. Call them advanced restore and get on with shutting down this 2-horse race for good, says Ollie. Yep. Sounds good. Darren agrees with Nikki. Changes in the air. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's good. Whizzing Co thing is not heard Rupert endorse Ben, or have I missed something? No, you haven't missed anything, mate. Oh, he's got the hammers there. Look, West Ham. No, I don't think Rupert has, but Ben has said good about Rupert. Rupert has remained silent with regards to Advance and Ben, but he did tweet saying Advance are welcome to come over, literally.
And in that video you showed at the beginning, as long as the audio doesn't get muted, Wiz, it did do on the Saga of Arrogance page. He didn't even know. It just completely muted it all. But see, so what I normally do, you see, is I normally screen capture it and then capture it as a video through OBS, because OBS is very good and very easy to use.
I don't do OBS. I can't be asked.
Yeah, I know it's very good and very easy.
No, I'll just silence it. It'll come up in my back end. It'll say copyright, and I'll go. And it'll say, "Do you want to remove it, silence it, or what?" I'll just
on
go
YouTube. Yeah, you can. No, just remove the audio. Just remove the backing track. It'll get rid of it. It's done it on mine, and that's what I did. You see, when I uploaded it to YouTube, it said there's kind of a copyright on this. It's nothing that's going to ban your channel or anything. And then Sargon and Aragon ended up with no voice whatsoever on it. It would just basically Rupert Lowe's
it will give me that option.
Or you can
remove it, remove music,
remove the music, and then you still get Rupert Lowe clear as a bell, and it don't look like, you know, a postage stamp in the middle of your beginning of your stream, which is not what you want, is it? There you go. Yep.
Robin, we love you, Wiz. Way. That's because we're booting you out, I think. One at Electro. Our problem is it's full of indoctrinated uni types, never done a day's work, just their heads full of ideologies, says Ollie. Restore Advance sounds like a progressive hair product company. It does actually. Now you said that, you're going to ruin the name. Hair product. Yeah, Restore and Advance. So when they spray it in it, and all of a sudden it goes black. Yeah. I know what you've done there.
I still think Restance. I saw someone else posting that on somewhere else. I was thinking about it anyway, but also I saw someone else reiterating it somewhere in the comments on a different YouTube channel. Restance, yeah, because we're restanding in order to advance and restore Britain. You get me? Restance, and that's the beginning of restore and the ending of advance. You know, and also means stance, to stand. Yeah.
Yep. Bad Batcher Gaming. Thank you very much for becoming a member, but not any old member. He's on the top tier. He is the Golden Wizard. Wow. So welcome to the Golden Wizard level. Happy days. I believe you're actually the first Golden Wizard.
Yeah. What does that mean he gets? Does it get a slice of cake emoji every now and again, or what? What's that mean? What's
he gets perks. He gets perks. But do you know, I'll set him up. I'll have to have a look. I'm like, I can't remember the perks. Sorry, mate, but I know you've got some perks. Let me have a look.
It's been that long since I've had to have a look at the prize-winning structure of the Golden Wizards that
I set them up like. I set it all up about 5 days ago, I think, 4 days ago.
Yeah.
But
Wizard sleeve. Wizard sleeve. You've got 6 kids, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm saying no wizard.
Yeah. Oh, connecting on the social media was, and obviously as and when I do videos that are member only, and you know, for the first 12 hours. So we get to see video before everyone else, and connecting on social media because I'm on Facebook and X. So we shall hook up. If you get on there, send me the request, Facebook and X, and I will follow you, sir. Not a problem.
I didn't think you were going to
pick you up. If you do gaming, if you've got a gaming channel, put it in the chat for me, and I'll give it a shout out, mate. Not a problem.
I didn't think you were going to put Discord on that behind a paywall, Wiz. You don't mean that, do you? Do you just? I don't understand what you mean by you're not going to use a paywall to, do Discord and stuff like that.
No, Discord will just be free for everyone.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
But there will be other levels, obviously. But everyone can go on there and talk, and they can say, oh, like this and that, and I'll post up saying like, oh, we're going live, and they can see it all. So it'll all be good.
Paul Thorpe might even be interested in a link to that. You never know.
You never know.
As long as you've properly vetted the area off trucker from India that you've left to sort it all out for you.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to miss this one because it was a new name. Samantha Smith. Good afternoon, Samantha. Do we call you Sam or Samantha? We don't want to. I don't want to abbreviate your name.
Or Smiggy.
I hope you're well.
We had a lad at we had a lad at school who's saying, well, we had one or two obviously called Smith, but we called them all Smiggy.
Well, I think it was my first ever girlfriend was called Samantha. I met her in Spain when we were on holiday.
Really?
She'd be like, I was on Spain on holiday. We had a little kiss behind a pool table. Before she'd be like, oh my God, that was me. That would be so funny. I'm like, what? It was like 40 years ago. Well, not that long, but you know what I mean.
I were on holiday in St. Ives. I met this girl called Vicky. I still remember her telephone number. I were only about 17, right? No, I was only about 15. Yeah. And we were talking by snail mail, which was the general consensus in that days, and then I was waiting for a letter back, and I never got one. 2 years later, I got a motorbike. I drove on the motorbike all the way down to Hemel right, to go and meet, to go and say, I haven't heard anything from you, knock on a door. This is like, chuffing hell, 250 miles away from where I live. Drove all the way down there, knocked on a door. She come to the door. Oh, what you doing around? What you doing here? I said, I'm just having a ride around block on my new motorbike. I'm only about 17 at this point. And she said, I've got visitors, and boyfriend was stood behind her. So I ended up driving all the way back. It was middle of November. I was freezing. It took me 11 hours to get back because I run out of engine oil in my 2-stroke bike. And I still remember now. Yeah.
Ace of Aces, refugees equal reverse jizya. I think that's what he was trying to say earlier. I know what you meant, Ace of Aces. It's weird. My grandson's called Ace, so it's weird seeing that. Michael, aim high, vote low. Aim high, vote low. I like that. You done there, Michael? Obviously a friend of James Bond, I see. Ice UK.
Bryce. British Eyes, yeah.
Hold on, deporting is ridiculous. No one said that. Deporting's a good thing. Illegals, my country.
Reverse migration.
Was it when I was saying that ethno national type stuff was?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know, Pat. I'm so far behind on the chat. I'm trying to keep up with everyone, but I'm too slow. Most migrants left a perfectly good, safe home behind. You're probably right there, mate. And all. I thought they had already joined. No, they haven't joined up yet, mate. Afternoon to the channel, new to the channel, buzzing about what's going on. Simon Ferret.
Like the ATV.
Yeah, loads of people are buzzing, mate. I'm on the fence. I'll be honest. I'm a bit dubious at the moment. I don't go like, I don't hear something and just literally go feet first. I'm a bit like, well, hang on a minute. So yeah. I'm a bit at the moment, and even on X, I'm like, Rupert Lowe's an idiot. He should not have started a party. It's just ridiculous. He's been asked to join Advance twice, said no, starts a party. Oh, Advance, come and join me. What? And that, it just got my brain, it just rubbed me up the wrong way, if I'm honest, Simon. So, why is deporting millions? That shouldn't be here wrong.
Why is deporting millions that shouldn't be here wrong? It isn't.
Yeah,
it's
no
probably it's probably replying to somebody else, but I didn't add them in.
I think was it the ethno nationalism, just saying like they get millions and millions out, And you're like,
Yeah,
well, like, if they're the workforce and they're actually here legally, then just because they're, under that ethnic and they've got to go, then that's wrong.
Yeah, it is wrong. Yeah,
But
yeah.
but I know
We
what
love
you're
our
saying.
Mo. We love our little Mo, even though he don't love us much.
How is Lowe going to stop Agenda 30, and does he want to? I'm googling that.
Agenda 30. No, it'll be 2030. Agenda 30. So this will be net zero crap.
It's a plan of action for people, planet, and prosperity adopted by all countries in 2015. It consists of 17 sustainable development goals and 109 targets to achieve by 2030.
Mm-hmm.
Sustainable development goals.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. Literally, the reason I had to Google that, one, I hadn't heard it because that's how far back I go.
Well,
but he's not mentioned that. So,
yeah. Well, this is all an idea from the unelected EU, isn't it? So if we're properly leaving the EU, leaving the ECHR, we've no need to worry about 2030. It will come as a a thing. It just won't happen. We'll take on our own laws. We'll make our own laws. We'll be a proper British state again. United Kingdom again. Yeah.
I'll put a poll up just to see if you're for the merger of Advance Restore. It's a simple yes or no. Saves me messing about and screwing it up. But, it'd be interesting to see if you're for the merger or not. There's been 50 votes, 51, 52, 53. So get on there, vote. Be interested to see if you're for or against. Obviously,
bearing in mind, Advance UK includes the college. The college is Advance UK. Yeah.
It's like listening to a broken record, isn't it?
It's terrible.
Greek. You're Greek. Oh, that was Italian was not too far out. But welcome. Never been to Greece, so I wouldn't mind though. If they don't merge, vote would be split, said Yellow.
I'm going to Benidorm next week.
Rubbish. Yeah, what would it do if they didn't merge? Because obviously Restore.
Exactly.
You got Advance has got 40,000 members, of which I assume some are going to jump ship to Restore because they all put low. That's not very good commitment, is it?
No, I think then it's just down to we're going to have to tactically vote again, look at the polls, see what's happening. I think it's going to be Restore Britain. And Advance UK might just become similar to UKIP, unfortunately. But I'm just hoping that they keep the college structure intact and not have a problem with it. Just leave us to be a proxy party, hopefully. But then we'd still vote for Restore, knowing that we're also voting for the proxy party of Advance or the college, rather. Yeah, I would be extremely happy with that result, and I think Paul would as well. Paul Thorpe would as well, from what he was saying with Ben Habib. I think he's on board with that as well. Do you think you'll get him on tomorrow, Wiz, with Mose and?
No, I'm not going to ask him, mate. He's too busy, I expect. So I'm going through video with Ben Habib, so he's going to be there, isn't he? Asking the question, so to speak. So. And regards to the poll, if I could vote, ladies and gents, at this point, I'll put no. I'm not for the merger at this point. I mean, I'm anyone's game. Like I said, I'm on the fence, but I'd actually put no for the merger, which not many people have voted for. But like I say, I don't know enough. I literally do not know enough. I know, like, you might think, but I honestly, I need to know me info. I don't like the feeling of being duped. I'm still really peed off that I've invested in Advance, joined a political party for the first time ever, and now all this is happening. And I'm like, hang on a minute, I just invested in Advance and Ben Habib here. What's going on? So I'm feeling a bit like, annoyed, duped, which I hate feeling. So I've just got to ride the waves at the moment. You know what I mean?
Wait until everything's all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed regarding Advance UK and Restore. See what results in the end. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. The college could halt the merge. Halt the merge. The pledge is integral to.
Yeah.
The college could
Yeah.
halt the merge. The pledge is integral to. Yes.
Yeah.
Lambretta. It's a Lambretta, mate. Hey.
Yeah. Same, similar. Vesper, Lambretta. They all sound like a beer in a biscuit tin, mate.
Yep. Things can be true at the same time. College is a great idea. Yes, it is. I think it's a genius idea. I was quite impressed with that. The tops have taken over. You're right there, Deborah.
Yeah, but not with Advanced UK's college in there. The Toughs have not taken over. It will still be a bottom-up structure of voting. The Toughs, and if the Toughs decide to dismantle that, then that's a huge message to us plebs on the lower levels, and this is why I think it's important to keep.
Yep. Yeah, you want to come up, ask for the link in the chat, and you can come up and actually have your say if you wish. See why? I bet is that Greek Cypriot. The real deal. I won't be part or vote Restore Britain if it's anything to do with ethno-nationalists. That's what I'm saying, mate. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Lotus Eaters and Connor Tomlinson are heavily involved, so it's looking bad. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I was saying earlier, mate. I don't want nothing to do with any of that. I think even Richard Inman said in his latest live that he was also the same. So,
yeah,
it was BS. But obviously, if you want to say something, you think I'm going to miss it or anything, then there is super chats. There's Kofi where you can buy the Wiz a potion and support the channel.
Memberships, can buy memberships.
Yeah, I've added memberships. I forgot to say, like, you got Wizard, Silver Wizard, and Golden Wizard, and we literally just had Bad Batcher Gaming jump in as a Golden Wizard.
Wow,
Golden Wizard. Dun dun dun. So that's cool. So we appreciate that. As a Restore member, you get access to policy voting.
Okay, that's good to know. I know he has got like that think tank, and I remember that from when he first launched Restore Britain as a movement. I do remember that. However, we'd like to communicate through the college and maybe look into this policy voting thing, because it is the same as the college kind of thing. Yeah. So there is that as well. That's on the back burner for me, thinking about because there is that, policy voting. I did hear about that actually. Yeah.
I don't know what's BS, Pat. Call in, mate. Call in. You seem to want to have your say.
Yeah, talk. Yeah, it's all right.
Can you please not use capitals all the time? yeah. Capitals is shouting. So nonsense about what? About which part? Let me know about which part, Pat. I'll keep an eye on the chat at the top as well as the bottom.
It might be another conversation. It might not be, stuff that we're talking about, because we're spot on all the time.
519 policies on there at the moment.
Yeah.
I can't because my keyboard is broken. Sorry. You shout it. I'll shout it, Ace.
My on-screen keyboard works okay. BBC talk shit.
That's probably the best comment. BBC talk poo. Yes, they do.
Mainstream news does all of it. All the stuff you can get through an aerial comes through, and it's all crap because it's all establishment junk. Even GB News.
Yeah. Oh, I remember YTS training schemes as well.
I do. Yeah, that was my first
bring
job.
Back production, and that was outsourced, and bring back compulsory YTS training schemes for kids. Then we won't need foreign reliance, says Ollie. That's yeah.
Taught me my trade, electronics engineering, television engineer. Taught me that. Yeah.
It's all about United Kingdom, so we have to merge to save our country. Remember, country before party. Yeah, I'll get all that, mate. I'm just, well, like you say, from what I can see, and someone's even mentioned as well, all the ethno-nationalists all jumping in on it and everything. I don't want nothing to do with that sort of stuff. So, do you know what I mean? Does Lowe endorse more fake pandemics, 15-minute cities, and cashless societies? Who knows?
I don't think so now.
Is that, I was saying Huggin, is that actually Hugin? Are you actually as if one of the crows in Norse mythological type things? Because there's Hugin and Mugin.
It's the day after Valentine's Day, mate. It might just be saying I'm hugging. No, that's double G, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm on Minecraft listening to the stream. Oh, he's on Minecraft. Hooray! I'm not sure Lowe would accept the college. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And there's been words here and there on other places. So
if he doesn't, and what we're saying is, if he doesn't accept the college, he doesn't accept Advanced UK, because it's the structure, it's the web within the college. Is the web of Advance. It is Advance. Advance is the college. Yeah. Without the college, Ben Habib is just an independent MP. Do you get me? There's a lot of people don't understand what I'm saying when I say this. You know, a lot of people don't understand that the college is the structure of Advance UK. It's the voting.
I don't know what
everything.
Pat's on about. Zia Yusuf. Who's claiming Zia Yusuf was right? He's saying when I was saying earlier about with Rupert Lowe. Was it to do with that? Because obviously charges were filed against Rupert Lowe, but then dropped because obviously he was threatening Zia Yusuf. That's actually a fact, but I don't know if that's what you're on about. I'm getting confused. I think it's behind on chat. I'm trying to keep up with everyone, but you're all talking. I will catch up. 98% of energy companies are foreign owned and making massive profits from the UK. Yeah, even blooming British Gas. It was owned by Centrica, which was French at one point.
British Gas put their prices up when the Nord Stream pipeline got broken. So if it's British Gas, then we've all been sold a chuffing a fallacy there, because it's no longer British. It's coming from chuffing Nord Stream. I mean, I used to think Nord Stream was private internet traffic. Nord Stream VPN, you see. Do you get it? Chat, do you get it? Nord Stream VPN. It's beyond whiz. Nord Stream VPN. I always thought Nord Stream was private internet traffic.
Yeah. There should be a...
You should have an animated, what's the name going across the screen? Animated tumbleweed for whenever you tell a joke, Wiz.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. So I just want to. This is just the heading of one that come up, but I mean there were more, but I can't bother to go through it all. But there's one of the things. Rupert Lowe will not face charges over claims of verbal threats to reform chairman. That was when he was saying whatever to.
It was made up crap by Zia Yusuf. It was made up crap from Zia Yusuf to get the proper patriots out of reform, so as it could become Zia Yusuf and whatever he stands for. Yeah,
Lisa,
really do.
I am staying with Ben. I don't want the merge if we lose the college.
Exactly.
See, the college is to make sure the party sticks to the policies.
Yes,
Boom,
and communication. Correct. Yes.
What Nikki was saying earlier as well. See, a lot of people think that. That's how important the college is, and it's so unique.
Yeah.
It's a bloody good idea as well. So
bottom up structure. That's what we want. Bottom up structure with automatic filters that the college members can filter through, retranslate it into political speak, just like Paul Thorpe did when he interviewed Ben Habib after our live stream that we did with him.
Yeah, Pat, I know it's a headline. There's not proof. Well, it's proof it was a story. I'm saying it was a story. I'm saying the charges were not brought or nothing, but I'm just saying there was a story. Rupert Lowe threatened Zia Yusuf, and obviously it was to a point that it made the press, and there were headlines, and it was on BBC News, Sky News, and all that. So there was something going on. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying like, you know, that's the be all and end all of the whole planet. I'm just saying like it shows that obviously Rupert obviously lost his backside and sort of gave it large. Zia Yusuf cried and called the police, but you know, whether you take that as good or not, either, not interested. But I'm just saying that was a story back then. So yeah, I'm not sitting here saying it's something like aliens and I've literally got to prove it to you. I'm just saying it was in the news.
Well, it would be anyway, because you know they were trying to smear reform and trying to smear Rupert Lowe anyway. So it's obvious that it's going to appear.
I'm not even going to bother looking into it. It's an old story.
It was crap. It were rubbish. It was just
But-
Zia Yusuf wanted his own way, like he did do when Sarah Poaching brought up that.
But
Band of
Rupert Lowe
Burger
also
thing.
wanted his own way. That's why they ended up doing that. So between them, both of their egos got in the way, and it ended up being in the press. So both of them are a pair of idiots in my book. But I'm just saying it was a story. So Mr. Scotty Darling. Oh, that sounds like a cool name, Mr. Scotty Darling. Don't think I can say that all the time. It's good for Advance and Restore to join forces. Reform will take a lot of Tories to make up the numbers. The thing is, we need big change. But who will join that party to be? Because like in the video at the beginning, he was saying it won't be like old MPs and this and that. It'd be like day-to-day people. And I said before in a different stream, like get to do that, and they're like, oh, they got no experience with, they'd be crap with. And I'm like, yeah, but they're going to be true to the cause. They're not there because of the pay packet. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't say it's Rupert's fault. I'm just saying that he threw his toys out the pram, as did Zia Yusuf, and they're a pair of idiots.
But
Zia should not be in politics. I agree, Pat. He's on plum.
By you saying, Wiz, that Rupert Lowe threw his toys out the pram, which you just said.
Yeah, they
just
both
there.
did.
No, Rupert didn't. No.
Yeah, he did. They both did. That's what the report. That's what the report was that I read. That they both had an argument, and obviously Zia wouldn't back down from Rupert. Rupert wouldn't back down from Zia Yusuf, and it just went all like school playground crap. And I was like, well, that's just pathetic. It goes to show neither politics, because if you can't actually have like a discussion and then debate it, you're going to end up calling the police like Zia Yusuf. That's just pathetic.
Elaborate on how Rupert Lowe threw his toys out on out of his pram.
Because he actually had demands, and Zia Yusuf said no. And then within days, this all kicked off, and then they were just not liking each other. It was a clash of egos. So, and it just went on and on. Like I say, it's old. I don't care, but I'm just saying it goes to show that probably Ben Habib will end up being like that with Rupert, because Rupert will probably, well,
I don't know what newspaper you've been reading. It might be
read
one
about 6 different reports because I wanted to make sure I got it right. So I spread the wealth, and there was reports days earlier saying that they had disagreements about something else, and then this was just basically in the cauldron. It's gone boom. So, but anyway, I'm not talking about that. I need to talk about bloody Reform and Advance.
This is one of the reasons, though, why you don't really support Rupert, isn't it? But
yeah, the fact that he even got to that point, like Rupert could have turned around, like someone like Ben, like be the bigger man. But obviously, neither of them wanted to, because they both got egos. And Rupert's got an ego because he would have joined Advance otherwise, but he didn't. He's like, no, it's got to be my party name, my way. You all come over to me, and that's like, really, Rupert, really? Anyway, Green Street are coming together with tactical voting to stop the centre right from taking power and saving the country. In the very first incident, the centre right have to unite or they will fail. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to voting, if it's going to have to be tactical, and we've got to say vote Restore Britain in order to get rid of, say, I don't know, Reform and Labour and Conservatives, then I'd seriously consider voting as a tactical vote in order, because it's good for the country and the people. But it doesn't mean that I'll be with the party at this point. But there's time. Things can happen. Things are said. The merger happen or whatever.
It's moved. It's not really left and right, is it anymore? It is what do they call it? Globalists and nationalists at the moment. Not ethno-nationalists, just people who believe in this country. Nationalists and globalists at the moment. Nigel Farage is actually a globalist. He's well into like that kind of stuff. Yeah. Rupert and Ben are more nationalists. Yeah. Which is why they want Northern Ireland back out of the EU. Yeah. To do a proper Brexit, which is what Nigel Farage let us down with when he left it to Bojo.
Yep. Yeah, you're right there, Pat. Yeah, basically, I don't like the bloke at the moment. I don't know enough about him either, really. So, again, I should just say I don't like or dislike. I'm on the fence, but I'll see some things or whatever. But it's just too early to say. Too early to say, but is what it is at the moment. But like I say, I mean, give it another couple of weeks, I'll be saying whatever, and you'll all be like, "Oh, you changed your mind." I'm like, "Yeah, I did," because I'm allowed to.
Yeah, well, when facts come out and more of this vacuum is filled, then obviously you're able to make a better decision, aren't you? Really, same as all of us. Really, we're only really stipulated, only really imagining what's what. We haven't actually got any facts as such yet.
I think the college would be worried about the ethno side of things as well. 2 up, 2 down, definitely. That's why they're there, to make sure that sort of stuff gets voted out, I assume. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
College in our Constitution of Advanced UK should say, if you look on Restore Britain, it's still a private limited company at the moment.
Exactly.
And they have to Electoral Commission.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like 6 months behind Advanced UK already.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, because it's only said I'm launching. It's only actually said he's launching the party, isn't he? It's not saying that his application form has been filled in and sent off and come back okay. I mean that took Ben Habib like a couple of months, at least 3 months, in order to get that through. All the I's dotted and the T's crossed and all that.
Will Lowe, like Farage, become another friend of Israel? Well, what's wrong being a friend of Israel? Oh, don't tell me. Oh, you're not a conspiracy theorist. Oh, you're getting all money from Israel. Oh, the Jews. If you're one of them, you're going to get banned. I don't have none of that here. I can't. Just leave them alone.
Even if Farage did, what do you think Zia would do, or his cohorts, if you like?
Yeah, but I mean, what's Israel done wrong? Do you know what I mean? They literally become the victims of the bad Islamic terrorist attack on October the 7th. They tried to genocide the Jews, and everyone wants to attack Israel because they got attacked by Hamas and Palestinians.
So many conspiracy theories knocking around about Israel, because obviously the people of Gaza and Iran are putting it out there, aren't they?
That's what it says. Islam. Times of war, lie. To Kia.
Yeah.
So that's just rubbish. Everyone's friends with Israel. You've got to be friends with the Jews. I could live around 50 billion Jews. I'd rather that than be around like 200 Muslims, mate. At least I know I'll wake up every morning and I'm not going to have someone like blowing up my local town centre or something. There's a lot of people in advance saying the same thing. I'm not even like anything I say. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm just trying to give my opinion. And over time, it's probably changed, because I'm on X say like Rupert Lowe is an idiot. He should not start a new party. That is literally causing division straight away. And then at some point, I'm going to have to tweet and say, right, actually, for what he done, he's an idiot. But as of now, I will move forward following Restore or whatever it is I'm going to say. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to change my mind. But at this point, well, like I say, I'm not saying I'm right, not saying I'm wrong. Electrodoc is always wrong because it's not his channel. What? Hang on, mate.
Best kick Wizard's words, please. Don't kick him out. Give him a 2 hour time out, and then you have to listen to me for 2 hours.
No, up the cherry said you got to go for 2 hours. Actually, Ollie, you're probably right. The coming months is more, whether they merge or not in the coming months, I don't know. But you're talking coming months. It's not going to happen the next day or week or two. I don't think it's going to be a process, isn't it? Lowe hasn't come out and ruled it out. I think he's worried he can then be voted out. Yeah, exactly. That's what.
Yeah,
he's probably worried about it. No, and I think that's a bit Nigel Farage ego. Like, I'm leader. End of. What I say goes. End of.
Nigel was very much like that, wasn't he? Yeah.
Rusty Nuts, welcome. Hope you're well. Love Rupert. Looks like a pro wizard with his staff in hand. Oh yeah, in that video, he's trying to be wizard, isn't he? He's got to grow his hair and get a beard going on though. He's got short hair, no beard. But
I know what you mean now. Yeah,
maybe that's why he has to start. He's trying to be wizard. Yeah. Didn't think of it like that. Good thinking, Rusty.
Like my
So
torches behind me. Look,
problem-
can I look like
also
I'm
not the
holding one of
problem.
them? Can I look like I'm holding one of the torches? There you go. Statue of Liberty. How's that for Britain? Hey,
Pat's on drugs today.
hey, look at me film. Look at my camera. Look, I'm holding me like a Statue of Liberty. You know what I mean? I'm a lady.
Don't
for
say
Britain.
that because you will be. You have to put it on your passport.
Oh, they're knocking on the door. Look, whisking me off to the to the Transformers camp.
I think legal migration needs to stop. We need to catch up with everything and sort out where the hell we are. Illegal immigration is just a serious problem.
Mm.
So I wouldn't say legal migration is a problem. It needs to stop so we can catch up and see where we're at, what we're doing, who's in the country, who's doing what, because everyone's on blooming benefits. And then illegal immigration, that just get them out, stop spending £5 million a day of taxpayers' money.
Get them out of the prisons, get them out of the prisons. Then we've not got any taxpayers. You know, then taxpayers don't have to pay for their upkeep in prison. Prison.
You see, Khan, London mayor, made the British Muslim Trust horrible bad. Have you seen that? Well, he's doing all the honours for Ramadan again, but like last year when he done all Ramadan, but completely forgot about St. George's Day. What more do you need to know? Ben has set up a great party. Ben for 10. The college must remain. Yes, Dazzler. Yeah. I agree. I agree with you, Dazzler. There. I agree there. I know this BS infighting would start immediately. We've got to speak about. We've got to sort it out. Do you know what I mean? Ethno nationalism is for Israel, but not for the what? How does it? But there is an ethno nationalism in Israel. Have you ever been to Israel? There's like 2 million Muslims that live in Israel in peace. In peace. Yeah. There's also Christians that live there in peace. So there's no ethno nationalism for Israel at all. So I don't know where you got that from. That just doesn't make sense. So
it was that American newscaster. He's a big conspiracy theorist now. Up there with that black woman. Oh, crikey. What's his name? They're on Piers Morgan. Other day I couldn't remember Piers Morgan's name, but I could remember the other guy's name. Oh, the American. Used to work for Fox News. Even he's pulling the wool over people's eyes, saying, "Oh yeah, look how many Christians are in like United Arab Emirates." But what he didn't point out is that those Christians are actually working there, building all the buildings. They're not allowed to have a say or anything like that. Whereas the Christians in the others in Christians, whatever in Israel, they're allowed to have a say in anything. Or even the Muslims that are living in Israel, they're allowed to have a say in anything. But in the United Arab Emirates, they're not allowed to say anything because they're basically slaves there to build all the infrastructure in that. I forget what's his name.
I don't know. They can't be
Tucker Carlson
because.
Thank you very much, Drew Long. Tucker Carlson. It was him. Yes, it was him. Yes.
Basically, Ben said he'll step down, Ollie. He's more than happy to step down and let Rupert be leader. And I can't see Rupert in his ego letting him be a joint leader. He wants to be sole leader. But Ben, being the bigger man, said, no, if you want to be leader, not a problem. I'll be a part of the college. I'll do this. I'll do that.
Yeah.
So ethno-nationalism, nationalism really, is just believing every culture has a right to thrive in its own land. I don't see the contrary. Ethno-nationalism is actually saying, like, you know, if we're here as British, then they take precedent, and it's all about us. Ethno and nationalism.
I think all this ethno nationalism, you know, coming out about Restore Britain. I think that's just coming from Britain First supporting Rupert Lowe. Do you get me? I think that's where all this dust is being kicked up from, because Britain First is saying, you know, what Rupert's saying is right, but it's not necessarily meaning that Rupert Lowe's an ethno-nationalist party now just because he's getting support from Britain First. Yeah?
Yep. I'm all for Rupert so far. I loved his speech. First time for a while I listened to a political speech. Yeah, it's like that. And I mean, we're getting to the point we have to start listening as well, really, because it's only ever going to get worse otherwise, isn't it? get up our backsides, listen, learn, and vote.
It wasn't quite as exciting as watching men running around with odd-shaped balls on a football field, though, was it, Wiz? Because you were watching the rugby when that was being broadcast, you gonk womble. Foosball, it's the devil. Everything's the devil, mama.
Watching England get destroyed by Scotland after beating Wales, or whoever they beat last week. Paul Golding said in his video that he wishes Restore all the best and they won't stand against them in elections.
Yeah, Paul Golding being the, I think he's the leader, isn't he, of Britain First? Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong, I believe he's the ethno-nat.
Right.
Britain First. I think he's the the tiny party.
There will not be a merger, says Agent Hex. Reform has come a rest home for washed up Tories. I have gone off them. Yep, that definitely. Right, I need to fly through these. I'm well behind. We have to merge to save our country. Ben did a talk this morning saying they're working on it, but not saying anything yet. They're working on something. Reform will get people who know the system in the squad, but their selection leaves me wary. Socialists are failed capitalists, collecting as many pies as they can while they bankrupt the pastry factory. Yep. If you want to actually come up, anyone, and actually have your say, then just request the link in the chat. I will keep my eye out for it. If you want the link, I'll post it, and then you can come up and have your say and just ask a question, have your say, whatever. Merger, yes. College needs to say no ethno-nats. Also remember Northern Ireland. Yeah, that's the thing, Wayne. There's been no mention of Northern Ireland. It's like Rupert Lowe don't care. There's been no mention, so doesn't trust Nigel either. No one does.
I don't know what I don't honestly know what Rupert Lowe thinks about Northern Ireland. I do know what Ben Habib thinks of Northern Ireland. He's fully on board with bringing them back into United Kingdom again, not leaving them in the EU. I do know that. So that's a big thing for most people, and also for getting us out of the ECHR and the EU properly, so as we're able to govern our own country.
Pat, I don't think at this point there'll be a merger, which is the most annoying thing. Everyone cares more about arguing their point than saving the country. We deserve what's coming to us. Well, you can't just all go blimey in just because someone started a new party and go, okay, look, wait, let's merge, because that's just going to go Pete Tong. I mean, it's got to be talked, discussed, come to an arrangement. It's going to take time. And if it's done right, then it will be a good thing. Anti-Zionist is not anti-Jew. Well, if you basically saying, if you're saying like anti-Zionist, like Israel has no right to live, how is that not anti-Jew? Israel, oh, yeah, that's where the Jews live. Oh, yeah, but I don't think Israel has a right to exist, but I'm not anti-Jew. That makes no sense. I think college stay, says Darren. Yep. My dad's voting Ben. Yeah, I would as well. If there is to be a merger, they need to do it soon as possible to weed out any problems. Yeah, it does. They need to get the heads.
Need to get it sorted out quick. Yeah. I think that's actually why we're bringing these, why we're, maybe subconsciously bringing these chuffing ideas up, because there is an urgency. There is an urgency. We need answers, and we need, to make up our minds, party-wise. Yeah. But this is why we're, putting these ideas out there. So, it gets a general consensus throughout the internet on our thoughts and feelings.
Yep. Oh, missed that. Oh, great. Restoring Advanced Britain. The cons were a party of people, both left and right. One party they called it, but it was mostly lefties in there, hence being close to Labour. Those defecting are proper right people. What's the problem? So there's a problem, geese. Me along with many things. The college needs to stay. Yeah, that seems to be the general consensus. Epstein and Brexit in the files. I go by actions rather than words. I remember who stood with us lot on the 13th of September and who didn't. Exactly. Us lot, innit? Blooming cheek, Tommy Robinson and that lot.
Yeah.
We're being conditioned to people.
Richard's ties, infamous meme going around.
Ironclad manifesto, Robin. Yes, that's what we do need. And then people have a bit more confidence. We need with balls to stop the boats coming into Dover every day. But we need the boats. And how else are you going to get all the doctors and the surgeons and the police officers? I was being facetious. One thing we not like about Rupert is that he's saying many times that the mobility scheme is a scam and wants to end it. Without me, would not be to go anywhere to hospital or treatments. There, no bus.
I think we should bring up, on the disabled people's behalf, more of a recommendation from your doctor, a doctor's note explaining your problems rather than just a decision maker within the Social Security. I know, I've been there. Yeah, I know that's how it works, a decision maker, and then they always refuse you on the first one. Then you've got to reapply for it or contest their decision. And then they just do it over a telephone call or something. Whereas then they don't even listen to your doctor's notes. They need to listen to your doctor's notes again. Your doctor knows exactly what's wrong with you. Yeah. So that rather than just a decision maker in the Social Security needs to be implemented. Yeah, needs to be brought back.
Because Lowe has stated, Restore Britain will be an umbrella party which will stand on a joint ticket with local parties, e.g. Great Yarmouth. Yeah, because he's got Great Yarmouth first, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It should be illegal to do the opposite of what the manifesto says. Jail time mandatory. Yeah, he shouldn't be lying.
Yeah, it's sort of
Suzanne.
It's sort of a light version of treason, isn't it? Going back on your manifesto and not answering questions in question time in Parliament. They should be held accountable for those questions. They should come out with the question, not just blame the last party who was in power. Yeah, they need to answer questions because they're the leaders now. They need to ask questions put to them.
Halal and kosher need banning. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely halal. Kosher's not being forced on us. Halal is, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Yep. I agree. I agree. The fact that Rupert said the millions will have to go was a monumental statement. Basically, he's trying to say he's serious about probably. I mean, there must be like nearly 500,000 illegal immigrants here by.
Rupert Lowe has never rolled back on any of his pledges. Just the same as Ben Habib hasn't.
Yep. King Chronics, that's a cool name. DEI needs to be stopped. Yes, it does. I ain't got a clue what all that is about. Yeah, it's never been a good thing, has it? DEI, never. Harry is back in the house. Howdy all. So I'm jumping a few here and there because obviously I'm miles behind. I'm so bad. But we've got to see what you're all saying about this. So
gassing mostly, haven't we? We've been gassing with each other.
I'm just miss a couple. Click one. I'm just hoping for the best. It doesn't say anything nasty. Immigration should be solely based on meritocracy to do a qualified job, nothing more. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like it is, well, supposed to have been anyway. In America, you had to fill in an application form explaining all your skills, all your talents, not just explaining whether or not you're a girl who's a boy or a girl. What colour your skin was. That's what DEI is, Bearing in mind, of course, I've got meritocracy as well as DEI with this because I can pot wash, can't I? I can wash pint pots, as we learned the other day, or off pint pots as well. I can hand out Pringles without tipping the tube upside down.
Hecker Kane. Advance and Restore have to merge. They just have to save our very existence as a country. But then Advance could have done that. Just saying. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a lot of people are saying that too. I blocked the BBC on YouTube. Disinformation danger for kids. Yeah, I don't watch any BBC stuff at all.
I like to see what BS they're spreading because I'm already awake to the BBC, so I do like having a look, see what crap they're spreading, and then pick them apart. No.
Reform have imploded. Yes, they have. I've got a video up as well saying there's a Muslim celebrating, saying, yes, we've infiltrated the Reform Party and all that, and they're celebrating about it. So, yeah I don't know any which way that's going. So,
the Muslims now in reform. You know what we're looking at. Layla Cunningham, that bloke you just mentioned earlier. We've got Zia Yusuf, and then there's another one, isn't there? Another one. Yeah, and they're all the main.
Excuse me.
MP candidates, aren't they, for reform? It's just a mess.
It's a mess. That's Ben Shapiro. Facts don't care about your feelings. This is the first time I've had hope in 5 years. I've seen a couple of people comment things like that, saying the first time I've had hope and this and that. So
yeah,
you're not alone there. Yeah. You're not alone. Zahawi heated his stables on expenses, as far as I remember. Wow. That's funny. Boris will join Reform next.
Keir Starmer. Yeah, welcome in, Keir. Come on. Yeah, right. Lammy.
Blank faces. I'm you for. I hope you're well. Hope you're well. I am a subscriber of her channel, so go check it out, people.
And friend, people. I'm Electrodoc. And friend, I'm Electrodoc. I'm no friend. I'm Electrodoc.
No, he's not, Robin. He said he'd step down in order to allow Rupert Lowe to be the leader, which I thought was a very mature, sensible thing to do for the people and country. He said it's not about... Yeah.
Step down and join the college instead. So we've got that communication route still, which is highly important. Yeah.
Restore and advance UK. Tracy Newsom with the groovy logo. Hi, did you see GB News Reform is asking Rupert to join them? How cheeky they are.
What?
It's a threat.
What?
Reform is asking Rupert Lowe to join them. Wow.
What? I have not seen that. I mean, that is just bonkers. They got rid of Rupert. Zia Yusuf got rid of Rupert by reporting him to the police on some BS charge of what was it? He causing violence or so. I can't remember. Causing violence. I don't know. GB News. I know they weren't very happy that it joined his own party. No.
Rupert Lowe, the ousted MP from Reform UK, is reportedly contemplating aligning with a breakaway right-wing party following his recent removal from the party amid allegations of bullying and threats against party chair Yusuf, claims which he denies. That's literally the most up-to-date news, so that's a bit rubbish, isn't it?
Ages ago.
That's irrelevant.
That's ages ago. Are you sure you weren't watching the TikTok dance where you're somebody telling you this news?
No, that's what's it called? What was that?
Yeah. I'm asking Tracy if that's where she's got this news from. Is it a TikTok dance that you're watching? Is someone was telling the news?
Actually,
TikTok wants shooting in the face like
news. You said. Let's have a look.
When was it, Tracy? I'll keep my eye on live chat. When was this, Tracy Newsom? When was it? When did you see this news?
It says his exit from, but well, there's nothing on Google in it wise, but yeah, that's not to say it didn't happen, but obviously if it's on GB News, it would take time, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Hello.
Hey up, mate. How you going? You all right?
Very good. Electrodot, what are you doing here?
Never you mind.
I wasn't happy with.
He's hanging around. How did it go? You finished with Craig Walton?
Yeah. We had a pretty good discussion actually about.
Is that where it's been? So we're not good enough now.
Definitely not, mate. Crazy good guy. We had to talk about the immigration policy, the advance that was announced in London, and we did talk about Restore as well.
Right.
I don't know. It's a lot to talk about, I think, with Restore. Is that what you guys were discussing? Or
yeah.
Yep. All the above.
The college is advance. Advance is the college. We don't want to lose the college. I think that was the general premise.
I think we're kind of on the same level with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The poll, are you for the merger of Advance and Restore? 246 votes so far. 85% said yes, 15% said no. I'd actually be
Yeah.
in the no at this point, personally.
See, I'd have put up
Honest.
there Advance UK as long as the college remains intact, because a lot of people won't realise that Advance is the college and the college is Advance. You know what I mean? Some people might just think, oh,
Oh, they
the
will.
name-
If they have a member of Advance, they know. Stop being awkward. I've
No,
had to
they
put up
don't.
with this tit all day.
Do you think they do, Mo?
No,
Do
I
you-
think they have to. They have to take in the college. There's no way you can abandon such a brilliant
Yes.
system.
Yes, not
And
many folks
Rupert Lowe's going to
realise.
hate the college because he could get voted out. He's not going to like it.
Do you guys want me to read out something that I caught onto in a video from someone that was surrounding Rupert Lowe, his gang of younguns? I'm not going to mention who it is.
Oh.
Of
You're
course.
okay with me reading it out?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I
yeah.
am.
Go for it. Go for it.
He's the boss. Don't forget.
I
am.
I was really upset after watching that video. I'm not going to mention who it is. You might have an idea who. Look, okay. Let's just right. There will be people watching this going, well, Advance UK already exists. Why didn't Rupert Lowe come in and take over Advance? I think there are a few reasons for this, and this is not to disparage anyone who's an Advance supporter. Ben Habib set of Advance, but I think Rupert was right in saying that it has the same name and branding of a tube of toothpaste. It has used a lot of AI in its promotional videos and materials, which codes slop to anyone below the age of 40 and who doesn't spend most of their time on social media. I'm not trying to be insulting. It's just the reality of politics. But I think it's very encouraging that Ben Habib, despite sinking significant time and investment into Advance, said he's going to meet with the college this week and deciding whether to capsize Advance and fold it in behind whatever the hell Rupert is doing. This is word for word, I'm telling you. Now, I think it's important to send the following message to people in Advance UK. Do not expect Restore Britain to have a college. Do not expect it to be democratic. I would say expect more of a model of what Curtis Yavin called the hard party. And I would say you should be encouraged by that rather than be discouraged, because I think Rupert has proven himself to have the best of intentions to be able to lead Restore Britain. I'm just circling around. I don't think you have to worry about that with Restore Britain. And so I wouldn't worry about a non-democratic party structure. I think you should trust Rupert Lowe to ascend the Caesar position and trust that he will make the right personal selections. I think the fact that Ben Habib trusts Rupert Lowe should be an indication to Advance supporters that it's time to follow him. I think the suggestion of this college will only be unpopular with people who think they should be the guy rather than recognizing that Rupert is the guy. And there's other details, but yeah.
So, politics as it's always been.
That concerns me, big time.
Yeah.
Without listening to us.
There you go. It was Connor Tomlinson.
Mm.
You got.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything.
Not that I don't trust Rupert at all.
I'm not going to say anything about that. But let me say it again.
Tell us who it is, Nicky. If it's not Connor Tomlinson, Nicky, tell us who it is, because you know.
Look, I'll say it again. Do not expect Restore Britain to have a college. Do not expect it to be democratic. Those two sentences.
But they've
major red flag.
But
we live in a
Restore
democracy, but we're not going to have a democratic party.
But Restore have got that one where you do the poll voting, haven't they? Hey, haven't they? They've got the bit where members of the public can do poll voting.
You guys talk. I need to look at the comments. I'm saying hello to a few people.
Yeah. I need a wee.
There is the link for anyone who wants to come up. I did say, like, ask for the link and you can come up. So there it is, folks. StreamYard link. If you want to come up and have your say, you might just want to ask a question, say whatever. Give us 5-10 minutes of your time, and then happy days. Do you know what I mean? So that'd be happy days. Oh, I reckon that Well, Michael McCarthy, I recognise that. Can you show your face in the back end, Michael, and just give us a wave and then block it out before I put it up? Can you do that? If not, obviously I have to put you up as is. But I know you emailed me, and actually, now you're here because I remember it. I remember reading it, and I was doing that email weird thing to you, Mo, and Electrodoc, where I was like going through like old emails and sending them to you. I think I deleted his email. So there we go, Michael, you're up. Camera is blocked. Happy days. Oh.
Don't kick him out.
Unmute the mic. No, are you ready? Do you mind coming up like that to show your face there, Michael? You good?
Can you hear me?
Yep, can now. Yep, brilliant.
Oh, great, it works. Look at that. I'm calling from Ireland. So,
oh, welcome.
The rain may stop play. But
the rain has stopped play here, mate.
Oh no, these are exciting times. They truly are. So I think there's a lot to look forward to, and I think Mr. Lowe stepping up and try to bring folk together is a good thing. He's obviously a hard-working man and no stranger to politics. But are we calling ourselves nationalists?
Civic, I think.
Okay.
Hello, by the way. Who's this?
Yeah, I just want to. I mean, it's the discussion I want to have with folk, and I come from a background of 16 years of wars around the world, and so I've just sort of, and then when I'm not in wars, I've been working as a private contractor, in training and doing surveillance and close protection. I worked for a U.S. congressman and presidential candidate. So just my whole life, I've been, looking behind the curtain to see, how things are really run. And I think nationalism, because tribalism is deeply natural, and it's how do we, those tribes become nations? How do we make those nations symbiotic so that we don't go to war with each other? And in my understanding, and certainly my experience, and the experience of many friends and associates of mine, all wars are rigged. I mean, war is a racket, and because
there's money in war.
There's more than debt's a massive part of it, but there's a kind of an esoteric aspect that drives the central banks, which is about a perpetual blood sacrifice. So these dark things need to be talked about, and secret societies are really a tool of the international money power in order to shepherd in their sort of one world order socialist dictatorship. And I think looking at the Fabian Society is important right now, because in 1848, that's what they said. They got together in North London, and the same year that Karl Marx published his Communist Manifesto. And that night they got together in North London, they said that they would, four of them, and they said that they would destroy the nation, the religion, and the family.
Yeah.
But they would do it incrementally over decades and generations, which is why people like Trotsky didn't like them. And to bring about this one world order socialist dictatorship. Yeah. And you could say they actually got started when you look into the historical record and contemporary data, their journey began many thousands of years ago. And that's just according to the historical record. But because they captured mainstream media and the academy and the political class, what really goes on in history, or what really went on, is never revealed. So these institutions of the political class and academia are just they're just gatekeepers of what's really going on. And I'm just hoping that Mr. Lowe, will bring in people that have dedicated their lives to this. And I started looking into this at the age of 9, and I remember it vividly when I stood outside my Irish grandmother's house in Dagenham, and that's where she survived the Second World War in. my grandfather joined the British Army. They left Ireland the year the war broke out, 1939. I think about 40,000 Irishmen left to join the British Army at that time. And then my grandfather was injured in France, and then he died of his injuries. And so my Irish grandmother raised 6 children in that same house that she survived the war in. And so I remember at the age of 9 standing outside it, because we were living in Germany at the time. You know, my father was in the British Army, but I remember standing there thinking, well, why would the nice German people want to bomb the nice English and Irish people? And I just remember that vividly. And so I joined the British military, and you know, I served in elite forces as well. I was in the Falklands War, and you know, I left the army the year after that, actually, and not because of the war, but because I wanted to study war, and I wanted to have the ability to come and go as I please. And so I did that as a photojournalist, as a private contractor.
So
we just have to think, well, what is a nation? How do we best preserve it? How do we best strengthen it? And how do we best defend it? Not only for the sake of itself, but for all nations of the world.
Yeah.
Because we know that all wars are bankers' wars. That's what we know. And any 4-star general could tell you that if they were honest. And I've met many of them, or a few of them. I lived in America for 10 years. But so we just have to have an honest debate. And it's not. And I come from a kindly place. So I'm about love, truth, and better ideas, not only for the sake of our nation, whether it be the UK or Ireland, but for all nations of the world. And until nationalism defines itself as something that is about perpetual peace between all nations, and for all nations not only to become symbiotic with one another, but also with the world, with the earth, with this planet that we share, our earthly home, we're wasting our time. And so if you're not talking about the fact that the international money power, the central banking cartel, is controlled by people who, in their own writings, hate humanity and have literally become their own messiah, where they're engineering nature. So you're dealing with a very deeply disturbed group of people, and it's a very small group of people, but they have the ability, and they're very clever. They're very, it's a formidable enemy, but I don't hate them. I'm just disturbed by the fact that we just keep falling for the same trick, and I've seen many people bleed to death and children screaming. Yeah. And so this is kind of the wallpaper to the room of my day. My memory of what I've seen is what drives me. It's really the air beneath my wings. So yeah. So that's it. And so I'm thankful for what you're doing, but we just need to have an honest discussion about what a nation is and how to preserve, because it's natural law. I mean, tribalism is natural law. So if you reject the idea of what a nation is, because a nation can't be a multicultural, multi-religious, multi-degeneracy. It can't.
There are certain cultures that want to override our culture.
And peace be upon them. Let them have their culture, but let them have their culture in their own safe space. And that's what a nation is, a safe space.
Yes. If we lose our country, we've got no country to go back to or anything like that, if you know what I mean. England is for the English, if you like, and also all our beliefs and our culture is also for anyone who wants to live beside us, such as Mo.
And we should be an inspiration. Each nation should be an inspiration to all other nations.
Yes,
See, nationalism should be about demanding and ensuring that a representation of the best of your people, the good, the wise, and the virtuous, occupy the commanding heights of everything. And that's it. And so, because the only way you'll be able to get close to the commanding heights is you yourself will have to be striving to be the best that you can be. You're going to be imperfect, but as long as you're striving to be good, wise, and virtuous, you'll eventually have access to the upper echelons.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about going into Advanced UK's college and sharing your knowledge in there in order to make a difference in government?
I'd like to, but I'm an Irish citizen. You know, my mother's, you know, not Irish, but my father's Irish. So I believe that you belong, or you best belong, in the nation of the I guess of your father's ancestral bloodline. Yeah. That's what a nation is, right? I lived in Japan. I've lived and worked and traveled on every continent. Yeah. In Japan, you don't get to be a Japanese citizen unless your father's Japanese.
Oh, yeah. I mean, are you allowed to vote in? Are you allowed to vote in UK elections?
Well, I'm an Irish citizen, so when I left the British Army, I got my Irish passport. But yeah, I could vote. I've got a British passport.
So you'd be welcome into the college. Trust me, you'd be welcome. Yeah, as long as you can vote in this country, that's the only stipulation that you've got.
Yeah, I can vote in the UK. I must say myself, I don't believe in democracy. There's a reason why the Greeks rejected it. I mean, it's our civilization is really founded upon Greek philosophy and the Christian faith. Yeah. And all Greek philosophy is a perpetual debate about what is good, what is true, and what is real. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it's like, I got out of wars in 1998. I did 7 wars in 6 months in 1998. But so anyway, I was going a little bit mad. So I kind of dropped out of that world, moved to America, and I became a commercial pilot. So I was an FAA commercial pilot on the day of 9/11. I was living in Mountain View, California, which is Silicon Valley. And I knew as a pilot, and every pilot knows this that investigates it. On that day, by mid-afternoon on 9/11 in Mountain View, California, I realized as a pilot that the official narrative was a hoax. It was an absolute hoax. It was the hoax of the 21st century. This is, well, until COVID came along, which was really just 9/11 Part 2, in the same way that the Second World War was just World War I Part 2. And so, and as a pilot, and as a combat veteran, the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq were absolute crimes against humanity, which should never have happened. And I've met with the commander of British forces in Afghanistan at the time. You can't believe that the rot is so deep.
What's your thought?
I just pray that someone like Mr. Lowe is genuine, because as soon as he starts taking on the international money power, which is the elephant in the room, that's the elephant in the room. Yeah, and I don't hate them. Peace be upon them. You know, I've worked for them. I mean, if you have a mobile phone, you're working for them too. Which is, I lived in Silicon Valley for 7 years. I was at the launch of the first Apple iPhone, actually, in 2007, 2 blocks from where I lived in Palo Alto. And spent 4 years in Palo Alto, 3 years in Mountain View. But on that day, and I was literally at it, 2 blocks from where I lived, in the summer of 2007, and my friend who was with me said, "Michael, never, ever, ever buy a smartphone. They are the most dangerous things ever." And that's word for word.
Yeah.
But we're going to win. We are going to win. We are going to win when love, truth, and better ideas are really brought out. And it's not just for the sake of the UK. This has to be for all nations. But the UK and Ireland was the first colony of the so-called British Empire, which was not British. It was a banker's empire, because that's what the data tells us. So, but Ireland was its first colony. We were the first mass organized famine. We were the first transatlantic slaves, and long before sub-Saharan Africans were enslaved. Yeah, it's just, we have a moral obligation to really tell the truth about what's been going on and what is the best solution out of this, and that's it. And
hopefully, the fall of the Iranian regime in the near future, hopefully, fingers crossed, will cause a bit of a tidal shift.
Well, I'd say that you have to understand MI6. The current regime of Iran was put there, right? It was put there, and I believe in the restoration of the original Abrahamic faith. Yeah. But rabbinical Judaism, Christianity, and Islam went in another direction. They lost the way, right? And if you read what the Hebrew prophets were saying, what Yeshua was saying, and he never wanted to start a new religion. If you look at what they were saying, that's all they were doing. They were trying to restore the original Abrahamic faith, which was for all humanity.
Yeah.
Right. So this whole Islam, Christian, rabbinical Judaism thing is a psyop, right?
Right.
The Zionist state of Israel was created in order to be a forward firing base for the city of London. That's why it was never ever created to be a Jewish homeland. A homeland for the Jews, yes, but not a Jewish homeland. If it was a Jewish homeland, it would be living under the laws of Moses.
American influence in the West, do you think?
What?
The creation of Israel.
Well, it's all City of London.
Right. Okay.
It's City of London. It's just a forward firing base for the City of London.
Yeah.
And I know enough people in the City of London. This is what it is. There's so many people in elite forces who are ex-British UK elite forces. They know that we're living in this incredible culture of make-believe. I mean, what is so-called British or Irish culture these days? Shopping, fornication, not much more than that. Not much more than that. Maybe throw in a bit of professional sports, television. I don't know. I mean, it's certainly not building strong families with a strong moral compass at all.
Nowadays, I mean, I know we had a strong English culture in Victorian days, obviously. We do a lot of inventing. People that can put into better words than what I can put it into. And when they're saying it, I'm there saying, oh, yes, but I can't, really recall anything from my own mind tank because it's useless nowadays. But yeah. Yeah.
No, I think what Michael spoke about, especially in regards to culture, I think was just really eloquent. You can't have a country that is multicultural with a multitude of different cultures. A country with a list of all sorts of cultures has no culture. With the Ant Milton, that's why I love Ant Milton when he puts it. A country with lots of different cultures or a mix of cultures is cultureless. You can't have a singular identity that you can fortify around principles, around values, especially if those cultures and those ideas that amalgamate together isn't a healthy cocktail mix, especially coming from Islamic countries. They're completely different. Even with Hindu cultures or Buddhist cultures, they are completely fundamentally different in terms of their theology when you combine it with Christianity. And I like what Michael said. I think the majority of England should be English. England for the English, Scottish for the Scottish, the British for the British. You don't have to be an ethno-nat to say that. I mean, I personally think that the majority of England should be 90% of English heritage, of some English heritage, 90. We can debate about what a majority should consist of, but fundamentally, everyone should agree on that. Yeah. And you don't have to be an ethno-nationalist to say that. It's not racist to admit that. And this government saying that the countryside is far too white and we have to diversify it. We have to force in this kind of DEI inclusivity into all this. Just complete madness. And I think even the immigrants, people of different skin colors like myself and people of an immigrant state, even they're sick and tired of this DEI bullshit being forced down their throats. Even they're complaining about the multicultural slop and the shitholery that not just cities like London and Birmingham are becoming, but everywhere around Europe, even in the United States, every country in the world is being impacted.
Yeah.
And so, as Michael says, I want to echo your point. We do need to have kind of a broad alliance into the future with other European countries, with other countries around the world. Because Britain, being such a small island, do we have all of the resources at our disposal to actually take on the establishment, to take on the WEF, to take on these supranational organizations? Because this is a very small country with a very small population in comparison to the world. So we do need an alliance with Italy, with Donald Trump, with Japan and stuff. Yeah. You're absolutely right, Michael. Well said.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just going back to Fabian socialism. Fabian socialism is just a tool of the central banks. That's it. I mean, that's what Fabian socialism, like communism, is just capitalism without the competition. That's all communism is. The money doesn't disappear. It just the issue wasn't with the proletariat; it was with the bourgeoisie, and no, it's Fabian socialism, and who does Fabian socialism serve, and what drives the central banks? Fabian socialism and the intelligence community. I mean, people don't realize, and as a private contractor, I've worked for these people, but. And many ex-military have, particularly in elite first and second tier elite forces. When you leave the military, there's just so much work out there for you in close protection, in surveillance, in training foreign militaries, just immense amount of work. But what you do know is that people like, the different groups like CIA, MI5, MI6, Mossad, they're all integrated. It's all the same intelligence community. I mean, of course, there's going to be, they don't tell everyone, but there's, at the commanding heights, it's integrated.
Yeah.
And so, but who do they serve? The intelligence community isn't independent. The intelligence community primarily serves the central banks. It serves the central banks because that's the primary role of the political class, is to serve the central banks.
Yeah.
And the primary role of academia is to serve the central banks. And billionaires, and there's a lot of work around billionaires, but multi-billionaires are just the public face of trillionaires. Multi-billionaires don't go up against trillionaires, right? No. Multi-billionaires are made by trillionaires, and so it's and Elon Musk would agree with me, off the record,
it's kind of. Yeah, it reminds me very much of globalism, Fabian Society. Making
that's all it is, Fabian Society. But it started. People don't realize it went thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
Thousands of years ago.
Yeah, I was informed that what's his name wrote 1984. George Orwell. He actually got a copy of the rules and the ideas of the Fabian Society, then made a film about it, which has then started a conspiracy theory of people saying, well, why did George Orwell know about this then, and this, that, and the other? Because we got the instruction book, the instruction pamphlet of the Fabian Society.
Totally, and that's why he called the book 1984, because it was really about 1848. He just flipped it, and his wife wrote poems about them. No, these are not good people. They don't care about human life.
No, they're all in the WEF. They're all in the WEF. They're all in the the global order of the WEF and stuff like that. Which is why we need to get out the ETHR, out of the EU. We need to restance. My name again. Restance and make a stand for making our own rules and our own laws and our own nationality, like we used to have.
No, Michael, you were explaining about the rise of communism, between the dichotomy between the bourgeoisie and the proletariat, and this kind of echoes our point that these people with such nefarious, these are bad people. Either these Fabian, Sadiq Khan, H.G. Wells was a Fabian. Aldous Huxley was a Fabian. George Orwell partly. Bertrand Russell, George Bernard Shaw. Yeah. These people, the reason why they have such bad, maybe not bad intentions, but they have a completely evil worldview, is that fundamentally, before they distinguish between the proletariat and the bourgeoisie, fundamentally what underlies their thinking, their lens, the way they see the world, is that they don't see you and I as individual human beings. They see individual human beings as merely just avatars of a collective identity. They play the identity politics game. The proletariat is seen as a statistic. Okay, you and I, we are part of an amalgamated collection of ideas. We have no individual, authentic, independent thinking. They want to erase that through their means justifies the ends kind of ideology, and that's how you see the evolution of Marxist. Well, it started since the French Revolution, then into Karl Marx and his thinking, and Friedrich Engels writing the Communist Manifesto, the Communist Manifesto, and that's how it translated into hundreds and millions of deaths all across communist countries around the world. beginning with the Soviet Union. These people, there's this saying, the death of 10 people is a tragedy. The death of 10 million is just merely a statistic. In the eyes of these dictators, Mao Zedong, Joseph Stalin, Pol Pot, Ho Chi Minh, these people, they don't see you as individuals. They see you as a statistic. And that's the evil part. That is the really evil side of things. And people like Keir Starmer, like Shabana, is she Fabian? Yeah. Sadiq Khan and all these people in the Fabian Society, they are basically trying to enforce that same ideology that was so destructive across the 20th century and the beginnings of the Bolshevik Revolution in Soviet Russia.
Yeah.
And they're trying to reintroduce that. But in line with how the world has evolved with technology, with AI, with all of this technology and new stuff, modern stuff.
It is a gateway.
It's shocking.
It's
shocking. It's really shocking.
A communist global order. That's how I see it, as a communist global order. You know what I mean? With them all at the top, you know, looking at the peasants and playing their little games with us. We're not having it. We're the British. We discovered America on nothing but massive yachts and limes.
Yeah, so it's not what they're doing, but what are we doing? I mean, all these propositional nations like Canada, the USA, New Zealand, Australia, these were all creations of the international money power. They're not genuine nations either. You know, I lived when I was in America, I lived on the edge of an Apache reservation. You know, so what was happening to the North Americans is now happening to the Europeans. The tribes of North America were displaced and replaced by Europeans, and so the same with Australia, New Zealand, Canada. All these indigenous peoples were just pushed aside, slaughtered. Some of them now you can have they're in reservations, but they don't have their nations back. And so the Europeans that displaced and replaced them are themselves being displaced and replaced in these propositional nations that they created. And the purpose of Europeans being pushed around the world was really just to exploit and to put in place an infrastructure so that resources could be extracted and debt could be managed. And those people are now have served their purpose, and now they're being demonized and they're being replaced as well. Yeah. So, but by the same people.
Michael McCarthy. Have I heard that name before? Did you used to do some news correspondence somewhere now? Michael McCarthy. It sounds like a news reader. No, I don't.
No, I was a photojournalist.
Oh, right. Okay.
And so, I never wrote anything, but my first story was.
Oh, it might have been there. It might have been there that I'd just got that name in my head. I might have seen some.
Yeah, I was always a freelance photojournalist. I shot some video as a freelancer for the BBC, but most of my stuff was still.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard your name before. Yeah, definitely in news.
Well, I don't know if I'm not known as a great photographer, I guess. I mean, I know some great photographers. I thought my stuff was pretty good, but I wasn't really politically correct. I was tagged very early on, actually, from when I came back from my first war as a photojournalist.
Wow.
Because I sold my photographs to the Sunday Times of London, and I covered the war between Eritrea and Ethiopia.
Ever done any work with Douglas Murray?
I don't know. Well, I know of him, but I've never met him. Yeah, I'd like to. I think he says a lot of good things as well.
He's a great guy. Yeah.
He's good, but once again, he's not going to. He doesn't understand what a nation is, and he doesn't know how to defend it. I mean, his lifestyle, peace be upon him, and what he does with other consenting adults. But I don't think it's a particular behavior that should be normalized and promoted and celebrated. But whatever you get up to in your own private room is yours. I'm only concerned if it involves children and animals.
Absolutely.
Then I want to see you in prison. But
Yeah.
But whatever else you get up to, but don't tell me that it's normal, and it certainly shouldn't be promoted.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And that's it. But he's a very good guy. I like reading his stuff. He's good, but once again, he doesn't know what a nation is, and he doesn't know how to best preserve it, and and he doesn't, and of course I'd be more than happy to sit down and chat with him, but we have to understand that, I mean, I would recommend that you read the book Blip by Christopher Clugston. See, and the central banks know this stuff. Just read the book, Bravo Lima India Papa Blip by Christopher Clugston. Just read that book, and that's the future. Whatever they've been crying. The people who know this stuff are called geological economists. And I spent 4 years in and out of Stanford University, so I got to chat to some people that study this. And friends of mine in close protection have looked after geologists in the field. And so that book is really a collection of their work. And what they're really saying, and this is about the data backs this up, is that we've had this 300-year experiment with industrialization, and it's failed. And so regardless of your political or philosophical views, religious views, whatever, it's the future of humanity is a post-industrial world. And that's what the data tells us. And the central banks know this. And so the only way out of this is to attempt to create a human experience that is not only symbiotic with our earthly home, if it's to be genuinely sustainable, what does that look like? But also with the species and its many variants, humanity, how are we going to create a high trust, low crime society so that we can better be symbiotic with other nations? Because what's coming, we have to see that the war between nations forever has to end. And I kind of put some of my ideas down, and supported by a lot of friends of mine around the world from pretty much every race, every religion. Friends of mine I've worked with many time in hostile environments that I'm still in touch with, and many of them are still in that world. I put it down at McCarthyPlan.com, and all it is just a vision and 26 points. And that vision and 26 points I recently put through AI, and after it went through every single point, and after point after point after point, it eventually at the end it concluded, and it looked at the UN, it looked at the American version. They got their vision and their plan. Many nations have, many individuals have, but they rated mine at 9.5 out of 10.
Really?
Compared to all the others. And that was just based on my own experience and kind of what I channeled and in conversation with other people that really have been on and are on the front line. It's McCarthyPlan.com. That's McCarthyPlan.com. And see what you think.
This is certainly something I think the college will be interested in Advanced UK. My vision is definitely set in stone. And my vision is to see the end of all wars of aggression between nations, and that all nations become good stewards of the natural environment of their nation. So that's my vision. But the 26 points are not set in stone. They're for anyone to rip apart. But AI did some. It was good. I was quite impressed, really, because it was very critical of it as well. But it's still, even with the criticism, which I didn't see as an attack. I mean, criticism isn't attack, or critique isn't an attack, right? So it critiqued it, but it still gave it a 9.5 out of 10 rating, which is nice. But it's but it can be improved, I believe. And so you rip it apart and improve it. Yeah, a great score from an AI bot. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
That was on Grok 4. I did it on Grok 4.
I mean, I think we've got most of the cultural differences sorted out. There's just one particular culture that wants to change our culture, and I think that's what most of these conversations are being born from. Do you know what I mean?
Well, Islam. When you study Islam, it's got a lot of holes in it, and that's why academics who really understand this stuff, from both communities, from the non-Islamic and from the Islamic community, when they come together, it really gets exposed for something. It was created in order to be a broom right? And to sweep through Christendom, all you've got to figure out is who's pushing the broom. Right? Islam isn't pushing the broom. Right?
Yeah,
you have to understand who's pushing the broom and who does it serve. And don't forget, our intelligence agencies of the West are very much involved with radical Islam. It's an absolute tool. Our intelligence community is up to the neck in radical Islam, and so it's a purpose. And don't forget, the intelligence community does not serve the nation state. Never has. It wasn't created. The intelligence community is not there to serve the nation state.
Yeah. Our resident is Quran expert has just nipped away for 1 minute, I believe, but he's got the Quran and the Holy Bible, and he knows even all the verses. So he's just stepped out at the moment, unfortunately.
I mean, Islam is the big fat weapon that you can use to attack all of these cultures and countries. I mean, they terrorized Spain for what? 800 plus years, but you do need something in this modern world to facilitate that kind of attack.
Yeah, but
and
Islam,
it's this globalist world order.
Yeah, but Islam was brought into Europe by Fabian socialism.
Indeed.
So the European Union, the African Union, these are all creations of the international money power.
Yeah.
You know, I've spent quite a bit of time in Pakistan, and I had a wonderful time, but it's challenging. Pakistan is very challenging, and you know, I've been in wars where I've been protected by Muslims. You know, I get on well with everyone.
Yeah, you know, we know that the good ones are. There are good ones out there. You know, all the Iranians at the moment who are rising up against Iran, they're all for the West.
Well, Israelis are Persians. Israelis are Arabs. They're Persians.
My Tusi is
It's so it's an interesting thing, Islam, but it's I mean, if you just look at the historical record, it's really just it's a death cult and a sex cult.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's an effective broom, and it's very, very effective.
And the left of politics, you know, they're not even realizing they're going to be the first ones to feel the wind between the toes when they're experiencing the height of lampposts. Well,
that's you know I mean, these are just tools of Fabian socialism. So this whole and that was their thing, was how do you, and it's kind of the Frankfurt School and the Fabian socialists. I mean, they're all the same team. But and that's what the Frankfurt School was trying to figure out, was, well, how do we destroy a nation from within without firing a shot? You know, how do we do that? How do you perpetually fracture a society so it can never become cohesive? Whether it be through sport or food or fashion or, you know, whatever, just music. It's like you can't allow it to become cohesive, because you have to destroy the nation, the family, and the religion. So you divide the religion, you divide the family.
We're seeing it. We're seeing it
built on sand. So our houses, our nations are built on sand.
Yeah, we
what is a house built on a rock? A house built on a rock must be able to preserve itself, to strengthen itself, and defend itself. Right. Yeah. So what does that look like? And it's just and
at least
AI tell you how to do it, right? But it's better if you channel it yourself. But AI will just let you know if you're on a good track, you know. So
cool. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Oh, and I believe the future is offline. I mean, whether you like it or not, you know. And I lived in Silicon Valley for 7 years, and Silicon Valley is just a private contractor for the intelligence community.
It's a woke culture over there. It's a woke culture. Yeah.
The internet was given to civilians primarily. I mean, I lived there for 7 years. I've got good friends, and you know, a friend of mine invented email. Right, he was the guy that invented email. He's got a YouTube channel, Dr. Shiva. He invented email. He was a low caste Indian, but extremely very clever guy, wealthy man. But he invented email. But the reason why the internet was given to the civilian population primarily was to tag, to track, to locate and identify everybody that uses it and store that data forever. That's it. It was given to you by the intelligence community,
and we took it in like a baby. We took it in,
you thought you'd
Oh,
be saving paper or something.
look how convenient this is. I think
there's-
we're all
There's a lot to look forward to. All you got to do is keep making English, Irish, Scottish, Welsh babies, prepare and have graceful fun.
Yeah,
and that's it, man. But I mean, it's exciting time. But just stay healthy, drink lots of water, get lots of sleep, and have graceful fun. But and become a genuine nationalist.
Yeah,
This whole civic nationalism is like you're working for the City of London. That's all.
Right. Okay.
I mean, if you think that that's a really good idea, show me the data. Show me the data that tells me it's a good idea.
So I was under the impression from, I don't know, someone dancing on TikTok, probably, I don't know, but I was under the impression that a civic nationalist is someone who is a nationalist who is only against the Islamification of the country. That's where I got civic nationalism. If I'm wrong, I hold my hat, I hold my hands up and say, fair enough, I was wrong.
No, well, it's not wrong. It's just, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being ignorant at all. I mean, ignorant equals right?
I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn. As are we all. And I'll be the first one to raise my hands up and say, sorry, I was wrong about that. I thought that meant that, but it doesn't. It means, someone who's all about the City of London. Yeah.
Well, the civic nationalism is really about propositional nation. That's really what a civic nationalist is.
Okay.
And it's not. It's just not. It's an attack on natural law. It's not. I mean, a geneticist and linguist can help us with this, but there seems. I mean, you could say there's thousands of ethnic groups, but there seems to be about 650 main ethnic groups of the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's really 650 nations. And that's what my McCarthyplan.com is trying to figure out, how to make it all symbiotic. And we can't do it overnight. And it's going to take a generation to kind of slowly fix it. But you got to look at the data, and you got to look at what geologists are telling us, right? You got to look at what we've done over the last 300 years. We've really screwed up. It's been a hell of a ride. It's been a lot of fun, but we can't keep it going. But what we can keep going is wisdom, right? We can keep that going, and that we can keep going is love, not only for one another, for our own children, for our own immediate family, but for all of humanity and for the earthly home that we share. And we have to be honest about, what works and what doesn't work for the sake of the children. So for me, at its core, it's like, how much do you deeply care about children? And you have to look at that, not only your own deeply, but you have to look at, because as we speak right now, children are screaming to death in pain somewhere in the world because of these wars that we allow to happen. And if you've seen that happen, and I felt a bit of pain myself, as we all have, but if you've seen someone slowly die, I mean, it's not nice, and it's happening constantly because of our inability to grip and control the international money power. So our so-called special forces and our military are crap-hats, because that's who they serve. They do not serve human civilization. They serve the destroyers of civilization. And that's it. And I love the British military. I love all militaries. They're people who have dedicated their lives to serving their nation. But they don't serve their nation. It's tragic, because there's so many people, particularly in elite forces, that know this stuff, right? They know this stuff deeply, but they don't say anything. Don't say anything. I think Ant Middleton's interesting. I mean, I'd love to sit down with Ant and to kind of expose.
So, Michael, how can we reach you? How can we reach you? Do you have contacts? Have you got a website?
No, well, I've got McCarthyplan.com. I recently stood in the local elections here in Ireland because I wanted Ireland to become the first nation in the world to have a department or a ministry of peace and conflict resolution within its government. No nation has this. And I worked for a US congressman and a presidential candidate who was trying to do the same in America. I was a member of his close protection team a guy called Dennis Kucinich. So I work for Dennis. But, you know, Dennis is a player, and I like Dennis. I got on really well with Dennis. But, you know, he's a player. You know, he's not really going to expose anything. And he says some nice things, and he's a nice guy. But he doesn't understand what a nation is. And I gave him so much information, but he's captured. And I know, you know, working in the world of surveillance, you know, a lot of things that rich and powerful people do when they think nobody else is looking is recorded by guys like myself, right? Whether it be in and now with modern age, so much of it is recorded. Everything's recorded, all our phone calls, everything's recorded. But there's so much stuff that these people get up to in private, and it might be a sexual thing, it might be a discussion about transferring funds to an offshore account, it might be the exchange of money. I mean, there's all sorts of things that go on, and it could be in a car park, it could be in a forest clearing, in a hotel room, in an office, and it's all recorded. And it might not be used for 10 years or for 6 months or whatever, but eventually it will be. And so these people
waiting for the right time,
they're captured, man, and they're captured. And they not only do they live in fear of being exposed, but they live in fear for their own lives. And so it's like, who do you serve? I serve my creator. That's it. I serve my creator. My creator gave me life. I serve my creator. I don't get caught up in the religious divide. Yeah. There's only one creator. It's been proven by physics. You know, they call it intelligent design, but that's who I serve. And I do it with love, with truth, and with better ideas, you know. Yeah. And
well, I found your website anyway. I'll post that in the comments, and we should pin it.
I'll get my phone number to you somehow.
Well, we'll do WhatsApp.
I don't have a mobile phone.
Of course.
I don't have a mobile phone.
No problem. We'll look you up on your website and have a read at that.
You have to email me again, Michael. I'm just looking. I think I've deleted it by mistake. I was going through some stuff, and I think I deleted yours by mistake.
No worries, brother. I'll send it. I'll get off when I get off here. I'll just send you my number. But yeah, but I'm totally. I've got nothing to hide. I'm totally transparent, and I don't hate anyone. And I don't these. And I've worked for these people. I don't want to see them in jail. I just want to see them taken out of command and control. You know, that's it. I just want truth and reconciliation. But you know, we need to. All nations, and it's like 9/11. It just shows you at the commanding heights of all these nations, it's all coordinated, right? It's like I spent time in Russia, but you know, Zelensky and Putin are on the same side, right? You have to get that. Once you get that they are on the same side, right? You have to understand that. I mean, I was I've been in Russia quite a few times, but the first time I was in Russia was in 1991. A couple of months before Yeltsin allegedly bombed the Parliament building. But I got pulled in by the KGB for 2 days, and I was questioned over 2 days, and I was eventually rescued by a guy called General Lebed. I didn't know who this guy was at the time, but he was the commander of their special forces, and he was running the war in Afghanistan, years early. But anyway, he came in with his fellow officers, and he just tore into these 2 KGB officers, and they scuttled out of this room, and he shook my hand, and he gave me his card. A guy called General Lebed, who was a Cossack and a genuine Irish general. He was a genuine Russian nationalist, and he went up against Vladimir Putin, and then he mysteriously died. So yeah.
I mean, could the Ukraine-Russia war actually be the birth of the middle war that was written in 1984 by George Oswald?
Oh yeah, they're all engineered, all these things, because not one nation, and most industrialized nations own airplanes, right? The governments own aircraft, and they fly around the world in these jets. Yeah. Well, any nation that had a university with a physics department. Or had pilots could tell you that 9/11 was the official narrative is a hoax, right? So any government could tell you that, but not one government demanded a criminal investigation of 9/11 because there's never been one. There has never been a genuine criminal investigation of 9/11, right? That's big, right? And that's and so it just shows that it's all coordinated, right? It's all coordinated. There's a and so until nations demand that our nations should be led by the good, the wise, and the virtuous, a representation of the finest of our people should occupy its commanding heights. Until we demand that and create that, we're screwed big time. And but don't forget, in the end, nature takes it back. Yeah. So nature will take it back.
Yeah, you want to see my garden shed, mate? It's just now a bush.
Yeah.
It's a bush now. Nature takes it.
I struggle with my beard. I thought, but my creator gave me facial hair. So if I shave my beard off, I'm rejecting nature. You know what I mean? It's like that's who I am. One day I'm going to be an old and I'll die. So what?
Well, look at
life is so good, but we're so messed up that we're not seeing how wonderful it truly is.
Yeah. And, I mean, look at Withersby. Look at Withersby. He's been battling this since birth.
Yeah. And I've had long beards, and I've had to have. When I was in Pakistan, I had a long beard, and I had a nice Puthan hat, and I had shalwar kameez, and so it's but a beard that's who we are, right? A friend of mine said men who have beards realize they're not boys anymore.
This is about a week, actually, 2 weeks, maybe. I've got no testosterone whatsoever. I don't even like football. I think I'm a lady.
Now, football's a great game, but if you find yourself sat watching it, then
I find politics much more exciting. I did start following England, but then when Maradona, got away with all those penalties, I thought, what on earth is this chuffing shit show I'm watching, and just tuned out.
Politics and football it's all controlled by the same oligarchs.
Yeah.
I mean, see, our nation we don't have an aristocracy. Ireland, England, Scotland, and Wales, we do not have an aristocracy, because when an aristocracy stops being an aristocracy, it becomes an oligarchy. Yeah. And so we're ruled by oligarchs.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So providing
should control it. An aristocracy the purpose of an aristocracy is to control the leadership, to make sure the leadership stays, serving the people, right? That's the purpose of an aristocracy. But when an aristocracy fails, the governments are then controlled by oligarchs. So there's no aristocracy.
Which is why we keep supporting Advance UK's college, you see, because it's us guys. It's a bottom up structure, and it is unique from any kind of political running that I know of, if you know what I mean.
The college should be the aristocracy. The college should be a representative of the best of its nation.
Absolutely.
So the college really should be the new aristocracy. Right? Aristocracy is not about wealth at all. It's got not at all. The aristocracy is the good, the wise, and the virtuous.
Absolutely. Yeah. Correct.
And give them a nice house to live in, but it doesn't have to be that nice.
Michael, knowing what you know now, would you still join the forces and live the life you had, or would you be a bit more apprehensive? Or
well, I joined the forces in 1977, and then I left in '83. But my grandfather. I think on my mother's side, I've got kind of Jewish and Ashkenazi and Sephardic DNA, and my grandfather on my mother's side was or great grandfather was a sniper in the Boer War and in the First World War. So I've got this kind of Celtic, English, Irish, Jewish, brain really, and so I get the whole different nations. I get the English nation, the Irish nation, the Jewish nation, and so I understand. So I literally, my genetics, every cell in my body is made up of my ancestors, right? I mean, we're just the tip of the spear of two bloodlines.
Yeah.
And so my DNA, so all my ancestors, they're alive and kicking in me. So I'm them, I'm all of them. And, And that's all of us are. You know, we're
I'm definitely my dad. I'm definitely my dad, even down to my laugh.
Well, we're a product of our genetic heritage, and that's what makes us fully human. So you can't deny any part of it, really.
Yeah.
Because I know a few ex-servicemen, and they're like, they've actually said like they would never join the army now, knowing what they know.
Well, no, I wouldn't. Well, no, I wouldn't. I'm glad I did, though. Yeah, I wouldn't now because now you say, okay, I want to serve the international money power. Okay, join the military. So I just want to work for organized crime. Join the military. You want to work for organized crime? You'll get food, you get accommodation, you'll get healthcare, you know, and you'll work for organized crime, you know, but you'll be okay, you know.
If you want to put your energies into making a difference to the country, I would highly recommend Advance UK membership and maybe even the college. I think you'd be a wise word in there, you know, and you'd be listened to. Obviously,
well, I'll do that, but I'm a single parent. So
so you're busy.
Well, I'm homeschooling my children, so I homeschool my children, and I'm trying to do my bit here in Ireland. But it's an incredible circus to watch, and so and it's a Muppet show. So we need to just not be whinging and whining. We just have to focus on solutions, and all our solutions have to be backed up by data, and our solutions must be not only for our nation, but for all nations of the world. And we should be having fun doing this. And we certainly shouldn't be on the back foot defending ourselves. We should be on the front foot, you know, advancing towards contact, engaging with them and replacing them, displacing them, whatever we need to do, hopefully with loving kindness. But because it's just read the book Blip by Christopher Clugston, because that's what the central banks know. Which is why they're the one thing that all these so-called globalists agree with, and you know you can go back their writings from over 100 years ago. One thing they all agree on is mass depopulation, and that's it. So and all they have to do is, and you know, anyone in the security services will tell you, you know, we're only 3 or 4 days away from cannibalism, really, from mass murder. I mean, you once you collapse the critical infrastructure, you turn the power off. When it falls apart, it goes tribal, and it goes tribal real quick. It goes tribal real quick. Okay, and I've been to enough wars to see what happens when it falls apart. And there's no debate when it falls apart, right? It's literally, we're stronger together. Let's fight what creates the most cohesive fighting unit, and we'll stick with that. And it goes tribal, and that's why. And the reason why they're mixing everybody together is because they know that all they have to do is, and you know,
we're awake to it. You're preaching to the choir. We're awake to it. You know, we understand exactly what you're about.
If you look at the countries that a lot of these people are coming from, right, the men, nearly all these countries have compulsory 1 or 2 year military service. So the vast majority of the people that have been dumped here by these socialists, because these people are just pawns in the game. Their governments are just as corrupt as ours, but they've been dumped here. But they've got their military trained. They're young men who are military trained, right?
If not, they're getting training over here. We've seen them doing in the camps and everything. You know,
and when someone's paying for your food and accommodation, you follow orders, right?
It's like your own little army, you know what I mean? Of course it is. You know, you're putting them up in a hotel room, you're feeding them, you give them karate lessons. It's like
it's city
cheap
London
army that they've got going.
Yeah, Fabian socialism created the European Union. You know, it created the Royal Institute of International Affairs, the Council on Foreign Relations. These are all Fabian creations.
Yeah,
and the African Union. I mean, you know, Gaddafi was trying to do some good, and a whole bunch of other stuff. The guy in Burkina Faso is saying some interesting things. The president of Ghana. I mean, Africa belongs. If you're a nationalist, you've got to say Africa belongs to the African people, right? It belongs to the African people. It does, but there's not one nation in sub-Saharan Africa that had its borders determined by the African people. Not one of them. They're all created by the central banks. Right, and they're created in such a way that creates internal strife. Nigeria is at least 4 countries, right? But if you just put a line around it and you just manage the internal tension, I got a Zulu friend. He can tell what tribe you're from by the shape of your skull. You know, he's a Zulu. He lives in South Africa. He's highly educated. He doesn't want to leave South Africa.
Well, even over here, you know, we're getting used to filtering out Somalians. They're a bit like a light bulb.
Yeah, but peace be upon them. They've been displaced from their own homeland, like our ancestors. Our ancestors were displaced from their ancestral homeland and shipped off to, you know, South America, North America, Australia, New Zealand, India. We were just shipped off. And the Irish were the lowest of the low. They certainly weren't welcomed. And they've been the cannon fodder longer than any other race, really. But there you go. So look, I'm so thankful for what you do. And
thank you.
That's it, brother. And for Mo and for the brother here, the wizard.
Yep.
That's it. We
Thanks a lot.
We have to be, our movement has to be founded on love.
Yeah.
Right. It's got to be founded on love. And when it's founded on love, we can find the truth and we can come up with the better ideas. Right. But we have to come to this place of like, you've got to, you know, love your creator and love your neighbor. And let's try and figure out how to get through the future that's on its way. And believe me, there won't be any Lidl or Aldi in the future, right? It'll be something else. And there won't be any, but it'll be beautiful. It'll be just like it was. It was beautiful thousands of years ago, right? But once and humanity will really get to a point where it will end all wars of aggression between all the different groups.
It has to, It has to.
It'll be amazing. You'll see. I have complete, absolute confidence that that's what's going to happen. No doubt at all.
Yeah.
Anyway,
have
the best day ever.
Michael. Been very interesting.
Yeah, Michael.
Been very informative.
Great.
Thanks very much.
Very fascinating.
If you ever want to come up, obviously just ask for the link in the chat. I normally say like I'm opening up a lot more, but we do Thursdays at 8 o'clock and Saturdays at 2, which I open up. But sometimes we're talking about whatever it may be, like even Monday, like we have Monday with Mo's now. We can be looking at the Ben Habib and Paul Ford sort of interview or chat. Even on that, though, it's said and done, I might say, oh, if anyone wants to say anything, you can come up and have your say. So keep your eye and if you want to come up, I'm more than happy to come up.
Because even I've got some, you know, Ashkenazi and Sephardic genetics on my mother's side. My children's mother is Sephardic Jewish, even though she's no longer with us. But and then her father's Irish. So that's why on Saturday, because it's one of the commandments to the ancient Hebrews, to the Israelites, to keep the Sabbath holy. So from Friday sunset till Saturday sunset, we're pretty chilled around here, so not much going on. So
okay,
the Saturday people and the Sunday people, Jews and Christians.
You got to keep the Sabbath holy. It's a commandment from our Creator.
Okay.
And it's good. It's nice to have a faith in a
I've
Creator.
got mine all hidden. What am I doing?
Gives you a day off, you know.
I had it all hidden there today. I didn't realize. I'm doing a stream about it. I had
every day of the week.
I had another. Who was it? Paul Morris, a streamer, turned around like because I was wearing this. He goes, "Oh, he's wearing a cross, but I don't know if he's Christian or not. It doesn't look like
a Christian to me."
Absolute cheek.
What does a Christian look like?
Paul has an opinion about a lot of people, about everyone.
Just call yourself a Nazarene Israelite, because that's all they were. That's all the early church were. You know, they weren't trying to start a new religion. They were just trying to bring back the original one, which was 10 commandments, right? With 10 words, the faith, you know, love your creator. And the original Abrahamic faith was for the whole world. It wasn't meant to be some supremacist, racist ideology at all. If you study it and if you read what Jeremiah and what Isaiah was saying, and Jeremiah was killed, stoned to death by his own people, and Isaiah was sawn in half by his own people. Right, and look what they did to Yeshua. So it's you know, telling the truth can get you into trouble, but you know, laugh in the face of fear and just enjoy life and you know, work hard, do the right thing. And,
put into the pot of goodness. Put into the pot of goodness. You know,
it, man. But let's save all nations of the world.
Absolutely, wise words. Definitely. Wise words. Thanks very much.
It's great.
Okay, shalom. Shalom.
Okay, shalom.
From Ireland.
Shalom. Thank
Ciao.
you very much,
See you.
Michael. It's been an
Michael.
absolute
Thank you.
pleasure.
Thank you,
Bye.
brother.
Thank you. Thank you. All the best.
See you soon. Thank you.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
cool.
know about you, but that was just an absolute marvelous. I literally,
was,
I couldn't say anything. I'm just sat listening.
Schooling.
Yeah, same.
Very
Yeah,
good.
very educational.
I didn't
Yeah.
want to interrupt him or nothing. I was like when your granddad tells you a story, you just sat there like, what? Do you know what I mean?
Cool.
But he comes
Yeah.
across like straight away. I don't think he's a man that sort of glosses things over or tries to say it to impress. He literally just spoke the truth.
Yeah.
And I like that. I actually enjoyed that. I was like, mate, you can come up whenever you
I've
like.
got his link as well. I've got his link. I've got it on
Yeah.
Notepad at the moment. I'll copy and paste it into the chat after stream.
Yeah, he wasn't being patronizing or condescending.
No. And listen to your points as well. Good, yeah.
Very intelligent. Very
Unlike
intelligent.
some guests that we've had.
But Chirac, I don't know why you keep going on about the Jews that don't like Jesus. I mean, they believe different things than that, but they don't go around like,
That's the Hasidics, isn't it? Isn't that the Hasidic Jews?
No. He's talking about the ancient Jews, the Sadducees and the Pharisees. They were bad people. They were Jesus thought
Well,
they
just,
were hypocrites. He
Right,
called them hypocrites.
a bit like them in Islam and not thinking that he's a Messiah and all that. And some people think he's just a normal messenger, even though he made miracles and all that. And Muhammad done absolute zero miracles. Zero.
Yeah. So how many questions have we got to catch up with then, Wiz? Another hour's worth. How many questions have we got? How many questions have we got to catch up with, Wiz? Another hour's worth.
Oh, I'm going to just like steam through to the end of them. So if anyone wants to definitely say something, then it's going to have to be a super chat or a Kofi or something to get my attention. But I'm just going to literally skip loads. But
What the hell's a Kofi? Do you mean a coffee or what? Are you talking some weird Abrahamic language? What's a Kofi? A coffee?
No,
Kofi.
it's called Kofi. Kofi, or whatever you call it. Yeah,
I don't know what any of that means. I'm already confused before I've even left a donation on there. So you did well there, didn't you?
that's why I'll put the link up the top. It's like support the channel, buy the Wizard potion, because Mark Proudlove said, "Oh, you could do potions," and I was going to do spells, but potion sounds cool, doesn't it? So I thought, right, okay. But Kofi, you can opt to just do a 5% commission to whatever, but other than that, you don't pay anything. So it's much better than losing like 40% on YouTube. So everyone's saying, Doc, you got to grow your beard.
Yeah, you haven't seen my beard when it's just terrible.
You trying to grow mine?
It's grey. It's only really around this area. I look like Mo. I look like Mo, only greyer. Yeah.
No, you should try to grow a goatee or something.
No, I've
Just a
tried it. I
small
tried it not long ago. I
bush.
looked homeless, mate. Even when I trimmed it, I still looked homeless.
That's what you should do now. Actually. Both of you should try and grow a beard.
No.
Let's see what happens.
Anyway, when's what's name? Someone says for Lent. When's that? When's Lent?
It's the beginning of April.
Depends when
April. So January, February,
No.
March, April. Mate,
depends when you give someone the money, innit? Did you give someone some money? That's
like 2 weeks worth.
18th of February.
Yeah, so
18th of February.
What is that, Lent?
Oh,
and
that's
you to have a chuffing beard by 18 in not even a fortnight, not even a week. No, it's not going to happen.
Well, it will be Shrove Tuesday on Tuesday, so it's Pancake
Get
Day.
my chest out and show you just how area I am there. There's none whatsoever. I used to have Tom, Dick, and Harry as ears right around my nipples, but I pulled them out and never grown back again.
Oh,
yeah. I squashed something. Right, when I was a kid, and I'm fairly sure that disrupted my testosterone production in my body. Yeah.
Did you accidentally pull your nipples as well?
No. Maybe wince, but yeah, pulled them out, never come back.
Did
you notice?
Off as like a baby.
Did you notice, Mo? I actually took the chat down because you were covered by the chat thing on the screen, so I thought I have to move that.
We don't care.
I didn't think of that, the chat being on screen, but I couldn't see Mo. I was like, oh, we have to remove the chat. I'll put it back up on screen now, but not that people mind either way. But
Well,
Yeah, I was blocked out.
I couldn't read the questions that were being answered. I missed the chat.
Oh, I just
portion.
put them up so like he was talking. I didn't want to interrupt him because I liked it when he was saying. So
Fair
I
enough.
was like, no, I'm not going to interrupt and say whatever. But hopefully he'll call in and other times than that when we're on. So I bet he's got some stories to tell and whatnot. It'd be quite fascinating. So I'm very much up for that. But bet the Wiz didn't expect Michael in his spells. Yeah, he had like the long hair starting to go, didn't he? The beard. He's there. Thank you. You three never blinked. And yep. If you got any questions, guys, get them in the chat right now because I'm going to get through to them. And then obviously, I didn't realise we've actually gone nearly 3 hours. I don't know where
3
that
hours.
time went.
These streams just get longer, Wiz, longer and longer. I haven't even needed one toilet break.
If people want to,
it was Michael. It was Michael.
People want to come up and talk, then I don't care because it's a purpose, isn't it? And you know, I want to hear other people, and it's not me talking, which is nice.
Next time I come on stream, I'm going to bring my own packed lunch. They're getting that long.
That's like that. We're just speaker.
Mo's always brought himself a bag of crisps, hasn't he? Is it last time?
It's not ran out now.
It's ran out.
That'd be a good video, isn't it?
Always copying some crisps on
Mondays
Monday.
with Mo's Munch.
Dinner time,
Mo's
then, Mo.
Munch.
Mo's Munch, yeah. Munching with Mo's. Munching with Mo's.
That'll do it, yeah.
Mo's
That's
Monster
a good
Munch.
idea, actually.
Mo's Monster Munch. Triple M.
Yeah.
Mo's Monster Munch.
Triple M. MMM.
Might be
M&M.
Golden Wonder copyright or something, but Mo's Munch is good. Like, come and spend tea time with me. It's Mo's Munch. Mo's Munch.
Mo's Munch. Mo's Munch and brunch. Mo's
Monday.
Munch
Yep.
and...
You can't have Monday with Mo
Munch.
because you're on my channel.
Yeah, he's going to pinch that now on his own channel. He's going to disappear from us on a Mondays, right? He's going to bring on his own little channel. Yeah.
Yeah, I just do it independently. Yeah.
It's going to be his
I'll
girlfriend.
rake in all the viewers. All the viewers come onto my channel. Screw these two.
Your girlfriend's going to get you, mate. She's going to, oi, it's Monday. And you'll be like, what? She's got Monday Munch, Mo.
No time for anyone, but
That explains the bottom of your chin, son. It come off.
Yeah, eat Monster Munch crisps. That'll be
blue.
even more of a tongue
Blue.
twister, yeah,
Let's not be
eat
rude.
Monster Munch crisps.
Have you got a girlfriend, Mo?
No.
Nah.
Oh,
So-
well, that's good. You'll take it in the humour that it was meant then. Like, hang on.
No, yesterday was a good day. It was Singles Day. Happy Singles Day to everyone.
Yeah.
It was great.
Nice. A single as a Pringle.
Singles a Pringle.
Yeah.
Singles ding dong dingle. Yeah, I was just thinking about the whole Rupert Lowe thing. That's all. I still can't get it out of my head. So
I don't even know where to start. Like, he started this. I said to Electrodoc, like, I'm still on the fence. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's just
we're all kind of stalemated.
Yeah, waiting for the bucket of vacuum to be filled by whatever decision is made by Advanced UK's college, I think. But from what you were saying, Mo, earlier, when you were reading that, was it your interview that you did? Was that some little bit of an insight into the interview that you did for later on?
Well, with Craig,
Yeah.
Look, Craig has a bit more of an optimistic take on it. He's liking the idea of us coming together with a merge.
Yeah.
So I took in his opinion, and I've sort of thought about it a bit differently now. There's less reason to be concerned, but there's always a but. Especially with this, I can't name the one who shall not be named making this, awful sermon about Advanced UK. Don't expect Restore Britain to have a college. Don't expect it to be democratic. That's a big red flag for me. I didn't tell Craig about it because I didn't want to revolve the discussion too much about Restore. We were talking about the policies that were announced in London. We talked about a bunch of things. I'm planning to release it tomorrow.
Tomorrow you do it.
Tomorrow morning.
How long was it? How long was your chat? I went about an hour with them, I think.
We did about an hour and a half. We talked about a bunch of stuff.
Will it be uploaded before you come on live with Mondays with Munch?
Yeah. Well, at least I'm planning to before I munch with you. Yeah, before I munch on Monday. Well, that's tomorrow.
Do me a
so
favour. What time's it going up tomorrow? Did you say?
Let's do 11. I think 11 in the morning. I'll upload that. And then people can see me again on your stream.
And we can watch that and then gain some wisdom from that and then quiz you about some of that as well. I'll have to set my alarm clock. 11 o'clock on a Monday. Chuff me. Cracker sparrows, mate. Cracker sparrows.
You're not invited, mate. Only Mo. It's Monday with Mo.
I told Craig if he wants to. Are you happy with him coming on the stream, Craig Walton?
Yeah.
I said to him he's welcome anytime. He said like we'll have a chat at some point in the future. He said definitely come back in that. We spoke after the interview. Yeah, he was.
Get in touch with him. Yeah, get him on.
More than that.
Okay, email me the StreamYard link tomorrow, and then I'll send it to him via X. Because if he's free, I told him, I asked him. He should be free, but we'll see.
I was in an hour and whether to do that with Paul, but he come on the other day, didn't he? Like yesterday, actually. So I thought better not.
It'd be very busy.
He's got a lot going on.
Because it'd be a good. I think it's a good place to be when we have different opinions. Craig has a very optimistic take on it. It's good to hear from him, and that reassures the viewers, your subscribers, my subscribers. Advanced UK members and supporters.
Great.
Yeah.
We've got to pull everyone together.
The Paul Thorpe and Ben Habib chat that they had. It's only about 28 minutes as well, that, or half an hour, should we say, that chat. So we can go through that and you can just say stop and then we stop it. You can say what you want to say, then we can play it. Do you know what I mean? We can go through that with what Ben said. What I was thinking though is I'll get to your 11 o'clock with Craig. I'll get that link and I'll put it in my description with obviously your name as well, that just links to your channel. So when we're live, you can say, like, I spoke to Craig Walton yesterday. The video's up now. The link is in the description. And that'll make it a lot easier to try and get people to your video and watch it, mate.
Watch after the live stream.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. Yeah. Actually, let's make it 10:30. It lasts an hour and a half. Yeah. And so then you and me and people in the chat can have an hour to actually think about what Craig and I have been talking about.
Yeah, and I think it'd be good to have Craig on, especially if it's more of an optimistic view. Yeah.
It's good. No, it's really good. I love Craig. Craig is great.
Spiral of descent at the moment because of this vacuum that we've got at the moment. So I think if we can fill people with optimistic hope, that would be great. Yeah.
I'll be watching it at 1.5 speed. That's how I watch everything. Believe it or not. So
it's good to discuss because
I've been watching this live at 1.5 times the speed of sound, speed of normal YouTube, right? And it's me from the future. Turns out, Wiz is a gonk womble. Yeah, that's what we discussed later in the future because I've been watching this on 1.5 times speed. It's just me being an idiot. Carry on. Oh, now it's gone to 0 speed. For God's sake, there's only me moving. Wiz?
Right side down. Bullseye.
Oh, you were frozen for a bit.
Yeah, which was nice. We enjoyed the peace and quiet. Connor Tomlinson said Rupert Lowe doesn't like the college that Advanced UK has. Tough. That's my main concern.
Advanced UK is the college, so
I don't know. Slim, it's Slim Shady, the only Slim Shady.
Hey, Slim.
Slim Shadys are Justin Martina. Yeah, but how come Slim ain't come up, actually? He used to come up all the time, Slim. He used to go, hello. But no, you haven't come up. But Monday, 1 o'clock, we got Monday with Mo. So every Monday at 1 o'clock, Mo's coming along and we're going to talk about whatever's going on in the political world, or maybe there's something Mo will bring up, and then we've got to bring it up. We're going through the Ben Habib and Paul Thorpe interview tomorrow, and then whatever else we're going to be talking about. Anything happen with Rupert Lowe and Ben Habib, that'll be on the cards. But yes, I like your views and opinions. That's why he's here, mate, because he talks nice. Do you know what I'm saying? He doesn't look nice. I mean, he ain't got a clue how to grow a
Better
beard.
than these two. Better than these two. Better than these two, I'm telling you.
Pub humour. Pub humour.
You wouldn't go to Gordon Moe? Who's Gordon Moe? You wouldn't go to Guardian Moe to watch him because you admire his beard. You'd watch me, wouldn't you?
Gordon Moe's.
Garden mow.
Gordon Moe.
Yeah, got to go outside and mow my garden.
Mate, the steak is raw. The fish is raw.
You know,
Where's
Flash,
the lamb sauce?
Gordon Moe's. Flash, Gordon Moe's. Could be.
Gordon Mosey.
It might. I don't know where I was going with that. It's terrible. But yeah, I know what you're saying to him. Yeah, he's a good, honest geezer, isn't he? Says it the way it is. He's open-minded as well. So, and he listens and he talks and he makes sense. Yes, Monday with Moe's, 1 o'clock. Where's me banner? Let's get
Yes, stop flattering me. Now you got to check Monday munching with Moe's.
It's better to be flattered than flattened. Do you know what I mean?
Monday.
I like to be flattened sometimes.
Yeah, hopefully this will. I'm hoping, because you appear on my channel, it's going to help and get people onto your channel. Do you know what I mean? I ain't got no issue with bigging you up and helping you out and build your channel because we're all trying to do the same sort of thing here and talk about whatever. So it's good.
No, likewise. Yeah, I mean,
and if you ever want to go live and have me on your channel,
correct.
I will. I'll give you my time and my words.
I think about it.
No, I just need to find time. Yeah, I just need to find time to get monetized and stuff, and just to do some research into it. I don't really know how it works.
More incentive to it, does it? Not only a passion, but it's nice to be able to pay for whatever you've got to buy and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah. I wish we could bring like music into introductions, but the whole copyright thing with YouTube is insane. They can track you within 3 seconds.
There is a full library of copyright-free music,
Yeah, but it's not popular music. It's not like Iron Maiden songs. I want Iron Maiden.
Yeah, I got about 11 tracks with my video editor. They're only £11.95. They're not bad. They're not bad. Somebody's put together on a synthesizer. They're not bad at all. Yeah.
What about this then? You ready?
Every single day, it's always the wrong way. I'm looking for the truth, screaming from the roof. Here comes the blizzard full of facts from the wizard. Tell me if you heard, that's the wizard's word. You listen and subscribe, got the perfect vibe. It's going worldwide.
Man, you're missing a DJ. Where's your DJ? Where's your stereo?
That's the wizard's word.
Rich.
That's what
There you go.
I
written
that's
for
my
him.
lyrics. I wrote those lyrics and then I've done it on AI. So yeah, ladies and gents, Guardian Mo is loading up his chat with Dr. Craig Walton. That's who I spoke to. He's on the college from Advance.
Nice.
10:30 at Guardians Mo channel.
Yep.
The link actually to Guardians Mo channel, I can't think if I've got it in my description or not. You'll have to have a look. If not, I'll have to add it. Slim's going to be there to watch her.
Man,
So
this
it's all
blessed
good, all
down
good.
below. Let me just. This blessed down below has been a long-term hater of my channel for a long time.
I see.
Mate, he cracks me up sometimes. He's good comic relief. Saying that I'm racist and I hate immigrants or something.
You're the one that called you a bellend yesterday.
No, that was a different guy.
Oh.
I don't hate immigrants, mate. I don't hate immigrants. It's just the level of immigration. Even the immigrants are catching up to that. Do you not understand, Blessed?
Right.
Do you not understand? Where do you live? Where do you live?
In a house. Epic jingle, it was, wasn't it? My rap. That's a wizard's words. But yeah, I wonder if there's going to be any progress in the...
Biz probably gave him a warning yesterday. I saved you yesterday. Don't push your luck today. The gardening.
Is that why he's in a bit bubblicious, isn't he? He's bubblicious. He's in his own little bubble.
Fergalicious.
He's
Is it the same bubble that
by
you're in?
Aero.
It's always on here. It's never off the air on here. So is it the same bubble that you're in? Gonk Womble.
It's probably one of those uni students. Oh yeah, multiculturalism is great.
TXG, no, he hasn't. He hasn't said a bean yet. So hopefully, maybe on Monday with Mo tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we might have heard something, and there'll be something there that we'll discuss. But I haven't heard anything. You two haven't, have you? From Rupert.
The question. Oh, looking at chat.
It's on the screen, mate.
Oh,
well, about what?
Open to a merger. No, he hasn't. No, not yet. He is.
No, Rupert hasn't.
He's invited Advance UK, and that's about where we are at the moment. He's invited.
Yeah, on Twitter. He said Advance UK are welcome to come over.
Ben Habib has had a word with the college via Paul. At the moment, that's where we are at the moment. It's only been 2 days. We don't know. Nothing's set in stone yet.
Well, we'll get up to date with what Ben said with Paul Thorpe tomorrow. Me and Mo. I'm sure.
However,
hanging around.
Yeah. However, the the merger is now left with Rupert Lowe, from what I understand. But it's been Sunday today, so even work on the Sundays. I don't know. I don't know how all that works. I don't know.
Do you think you have a day off in politics, do you?
Well, no.
Oh, well done, Mo. Look, he's expecting serious conversation, mate. What's up with you?
Here we go again.
And
George, no, this is
it's George from the Phone Jacker. Look, you must have watched the Phone Jacker. Look, the advertise George from the Phone Jacker. Good evening, madam. Him.
I reckon it's Rupert Lowe because he's making it all about him.
You've never watched the Phone Jacker. You don't even know fucking Father Ted. Whiz.
I know Father Ted.
Oh, right. Good. There you go then. Well done. Have you watched it?
Yeah, because I remember the funny one was when he turned around and goes, "Why are the sheep so small?" And he's like, "Mate, they're bloody about a mile away."
There were cows. The cows were small.
It was close though, wasn't it? O'Hanlon or whatever.
Some farmyard animal was small in the distance. But, yes, okay, Jeff.
But this is definitely. It's got to be Rupert Lowe. He's making it all about him, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, Robin. Why don't you come over, Valerie? That made me. There'll be no merger, says Pom.
This is the thing, Wiz. This is the thing, Wiz. I was just thinking about this all night. How do we actually title our videos going forward? I mean, you have to mention both Advance UK and Restore Britain, because if you mention just Advance UK, it could, you could kind of limit your number of viewers, the reach. People part of Restore Britain now, they might not watch Advance UK content. I don't know. It's just a bit of a conundrum.
Probably, I'll have it both in there. It'll be whatever it is, and then I'll put at Advance UK at Restore Britain in the chat.
Yeah, we'll have to think something up when
description. Sorry, but like this one, I'll just put Rupert Lowe's launch video, Advance UK merger with Restore Britain ? But like, say me and you are going to talk about it or something, I'll just put Advance UK and Restore Britain Monday with Mo. Let's talk, something like that. But then in description, hashtag Advance UK, hashtag Restore Britain, and then I can put at Ben Habib official because that's his channel. I think there's a Restore Britain channel, so I'll put at Restore Britain, so it's an at, and then I'll hashtag it as well. So that'll bring it all with hashtag politics, hashtag live.
You could even add your own hashtag in there as well, Wiz, so people could find it with that hashtag kind of thing.
It's in my. It's at the bottom. It's already it's in my signature type thing. So without even writing it, I think it says hashtag the Wizard's words right at the bottom. So. I think it does.
Yeah, but
anyway.
no, the title of whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call the streams, a unique title that you're able to do. I mean, I did hashtag Gonkwomble. You type Gonkwomble into YouTube, I can absolutely assure you that mine will be at the top. Yeah, even though you haven't even mentioned me, all you've done is just typed in Gonkwomble as one word. Yeah, and you will see my my experimental video that I did explaining, hello, this is just to test the hashtag of Gonkwombel. It obviously worked. That's kind of like what I did, because I was trying to prove it to someone else. Yeah, I was trying to do it with someone else and show him
Thing
what
is, though,
meant.
Yeah, I get that, but obviously it's got to be something like everyone knows Restore Britain, so that hashtag will work. I mean,
Restore Britain's going to bring up, but Restore Britain's going to bring up every single thread to do with Restore Britain. What I'm saying is, you could add your own particular hashtag, a random one for your streams that you could tell people just to go and type in.
Yeah, but how many searches would that get though? 0. Why? Because it's so it's like Gonkwombel. No one knows Gonkwombel, so no one will hashtag it.
Yeah, but if I tell people to look for Gonkwombel, right, rather than a full internet address, then they'll find me.
You got to tell them.
Go to YouTube now, type in Gonkwombel, and then present that video.
Yeah, but you're telling me that.
Yeah, but that's what you do. That's why you've got a channel, isn't it? So you can tell people just look for this particular hashtag. Rather than the Wizard's Words,
I'll just say go to my channel, the Wizard's Words. But Gonkwombel is so rare.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But
who's
one word?
A bloke in India. He's going to wake up in the morning and go, do you know what? I've invented a word, Gonkwombel. Let's have a look.
People are going to look for it when you mention it in your stream. When you mention it in your stream, look up this particular saying, right? And then just have all of the Monday hashtag Mondays with Mo. There you go. Right? Yeah, nobody else is going to have that.
It's a waste of a hashtag because you need 5 to 10 and they need to matter. They need to be like hashtag live, hashtag updates, hashtag news, hashtag politics, hashtag advance UK, hashtag restore. And you need to be in the mix of that because that's what everyone looks up.
My porridge. That's what I call my porridge, Mimo porridge. Hashtag Mimo porridge. There you go. That's something that everybody can write. Yeah, Mimo. I don't know. Hashtag snacks with Mo. I don't know. Anything like that. And then all they've got to do is just, whenever they're looking for the live stream, all they've got to do is just type,
yeah, but if I've got it in my title, if I don't hashtag it, and my actual video is called Monday with Mo, let's talk about Ben Habib, then if someone actually Googles or looks in the YouTube search and looks up Monday with Mo, it will come up because it's in the title. So it doesn't have to be hashtagged.
All right, fair enough. I got you.
And if I put it in the description as well, it's twice as strong.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
But you don't have to hashtag it.
Yes, fair enough. Yeah,
so to speak.
Got you.
But yeah, inventing a hashtag, it'll take years to get going because no one will look at it and no one knows it exists. So it's a nightmare.
Okay, stop with all this infighting about hashtags. We're supposed to be infighting about whether or not we need to join the Restore or stay with Advance UK.
Hash browns. They're all hash browns.
Hashtag hash browns. Yeah. Yeah, I found George. As a Guego. Yeah. This is the guy, right, who's doing your Discord for you. You ready? Shall I present it? Share screen. Do that.
What?
And then what's that? Share screen. I know it is. Share
what
screen.
Is
it? Oh yeah, I've got it. Look here. It's this. Look, from what's his name? Yeah. Can you see it? Can you see it?
I can in the back end, but what is it before I put it up? Yeah. Copyright and all that crap.
It's not copyrighted.
What is it?
Put it up.
Well, what is it?
It's Phone Jacker. It's that guy who's doing your, what's his name? That guy at the area horse trucker from India who's going to be doing your Discord. Because you found him on the internet that time.
The trucker from India.
Is that a Channel 4 program or something?
No, it's freely available on the internet. Don't worry, you've already got it banned anyway. You've already got this stream banned by showing Rupert Lowe's speech because he used what's name? He used copyright.
That'd be fine. That'd just get removed on the music side. I'm not fussed with that. But
no, it won't.
If it's Channel 4, anything to do with an actual TV station, they actually will have your whole video removed. You don't even get a chance to like blanket, remove it, nothing. They literally copyright you, pull your video down, and you get a strike. And I've already got one. So
shit.
I've
got one. Don't run out till March the 8th.
Someone called Hat Trick Media with some subscribers. It don't matter. I took it off. Don't worry about it. It was just a comedy break. That's all. Comical break.
Copyright, didn't I? That was that
Yeah.
hate speech, apparently. We're talking about Bondi Beach. Do you remember that? The Bondi Beach thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got done for hate speech on that. I was like, hang on, we're all talking about the same blooming thing. Your friend's back, Mo. You're a hater.
Well, he's not back. He's here every day. He's on all of my videos. Says I'm a hater when all I do is give my point. Well, I mean, every comment that you make is pretty darn negative. Making false accusations about me. So
your Sunday roast as dry as a camel's toenail. That just made me laugh.
I seen a Welsh.
I can have 3, and then you're gone. Channel's gone, mate.
I seen a Welsh moose knuckle when I went south of France, south of Wales, South Wales. I saw a Welsh moose knuckle. I wouldn't have minded a side of Welsh rarebit with it. A moose knuckle. Similar to a camel toe, but more Welsh.
Happy days. Right. Okay. Well, like 3 hours, 15 minutes. I think we're done. Are we done? Do you want to enjoy the rest of your weekend? What's left of it? It's bloody 5:15, mate. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But it's been a good chin wagon, that definitely. Yeah. And we've got the bonus of Mo coming along.
Yeah, been a good chat. I didn't expect you to be live on Sunday. You're never live on Sunday, so yeah.
No, there was I've done so much with Advance and all what's going on. I hadn't really gone through any of the news stuff, and then I thought this stuff is still on my brain, so maybe I'll even just talk about Advance and Restore and the merger again. And then I saw Rupert Lowe's video on X. And I was like, well, I could start with that, and then it's about that. And my brain was like, yes, because I'm still not happy with it. So I still had to discuss it. So I still didn't do the news. I've done this instead. And we'll probably be on tomorrow because we have Ben talking to Paul. So we'll probably still be talking about it and more of like Ben's insight to the situation. So, but, until we get answers, it's going to keep a lot of people up, innit? And bugger their brains around and, it's just annoying.
Yeah, well, the same with me. Yeah, no, the same with me. Even Craig, he literally messaged me last night saying, "Do you want to come for a discussion tomorrow on Sunday?" And I said, "Oh, I mean, given that Rupert Lowe has announced his decision, it's like it changes everything." So I just thought I was gonna go through Advance UK's policy and just analyze each and every one really in good detail. But I just thought, you know what, let's just talk with Craig, just iron out some details, and it was a nice, casual, friendly chat. That's all that's needed.
They're the best ones, mate.
I'll look forward to seeing that tomorrow. I'll set my alarm. So, I've got to get my body clock reset anyway because I don't know if I told you, I'm going to Benidorm on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I've got to So I've got to get my body clock sorted out for that.
That's what I was going to say to Mike. When you say you're going to put it up tomorrow at 10:30, is that when you load it up at 10:30?
Yeah, as in uploaded. Yeah. It's going to be premiered. It should be live. Like there'll be a live chat, but I'm not on it. It's just a pre-recording.
Yeah,
but
to premiere. Yeah, what you want to do is, if you can, get it up tonight and then put it to go as a premiere at 10:30, because between now and then, YouTube will read it, understands the analytics of whatever hashtags and that, and then when it goes premiere, because it's been up for 12 hours, it knows it's got hashtag politics, so it will smash it out to all the people that follow politics. Whereas if you put it up and then make it go live there and then, it's had no time to do nothing.
So I did that with
my channel.
I did that with my interview with Edward, and it seems to have worked, I guess. Just put it up there like unlisted or like premiere, and it goes live at a certain time. The algorithm understands and it can process it.
Did you get a better? Did you get a better?
Yeah, it's just about getting the tags as well. Just getting the tags in there and the right keywords and
But with like with him, you can have you do your Advance UK hashtag interview, hashtag update, hashtag latest. They're all good ones. But I've started doing it, even my lives, because I'm live blooming every day. I just put up and it just says, "Oh, come chat to the Wiz latest news." But nearer the time, I changed the thumbnail and changed the actual title of the video, maybe a day or 2 days before. But it's up nearly all week, and then that way, because I don't change the hashtags, my videos got more views. So something does happen, and it might take a week or two of doing that. But yeah, the longer it's up before it goes live, the better. Basically,
yeah.
Pounce is still on about this. Pounce is still on about you doing a 24-hour stream, Wiz. So I think we ought to have a stipulation on that, right? Yeah, okay. Then Wiz will do a 24-hour stream if you moderate the chat throughout that 24 hours, and you keep posting every 5 minutes, so as we know that you're still there and you haven't nodded off somewhere.
Oh mate, I tried to do Business Australia. Actually, it's like I think I went to do one that was maybe 12 hours or 8 hours or something, but I couldn't do it. I got to about 6 hours, I think. I was like, blimey, my eyes and everything, like, and I knew full well, like, I can't mess around with my heart at the moment or back then. So I thought, right, I'm feeling this, so I had to end it. What a wuss! But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, it's been a decent stream. Enjoyed it.
But I'll probably do a 12-hour one.
You 12 hour here.
Yeah, guys, don't forget tomorrow is Monday with Mo, 1 o'clock. Come along.
Munching with Mo's.
Munching with Mo's.
So,
but I'll make sure I buy a packet of crisps from the stores.
Monster Munch. Monster Munch.
I'll get some bacon
down
crisps.
below. Blessed down below. He's either saying blessed down below because he lives in Australia, or there's something going on between his legs. But either way, if you're claiming you're blessed down below, you probably got, you got a situation because you're blagging it. You know what I mean? Just saying. Only joking, mate. Yeah. Before you start putting hate for me, keep it all going towards Guardian Mo. But yeah, Monday with Mo's 1 p.m. Everybody, come and join me and Mo, and probably Electric Doc will come up at some point. I expect we're going to go through the video.
Yes, I'm going to show off my holiday.
Maybe Craig Walton.
I'm gonna turn my eating up to 23 degrees centigrade rather than 19 that it's at the moment. I'm gonna have my t-shirt on. I'm gonna have my daft bucket hat on, ready for raving. Yeah. I'll be in bed at 9 o'clock, but I'll rave up until 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Nice.
in some pub somewhere. Yeah.
And,
right, I'm gonna throw myself out.
Another shout out to Bad Batcher Gaming for being the first one to get the Golden Wizard tariff on my membership. So thank you very much for that, mate. I appreciate your support. So yeah, happy days. So Electric Doc, thank you very much, mate, as usual. I'll see you tomorrow, obviously.
Hello, mate. Cheers. See you, mate.
Take it easy, mate.
Take it steady. Look after yourself. See you. Bye. See you, chat.
Well,
bye.
See you.
See you, mate. Take it easy. Live the dream, innit? Yeah. And then
I'm leaving.
Yep, I'll see you tomorrow about 1 o'clock then, mate. And then I'll be live at 1 o'clock. We've got Mo. We've got might have Craig Walton, who's from the college in advance. So that'd be good if you can come along. And we will watching Paul Fort's interview with Ben Habib, which was done yesterday. So after the Rupert Lowe controversy, etc. So it's definitely going to be worth a watch, guys, without a doubt. And that's at 1 o'clock Monday with Mo's. So brilliant. So thank you to every single one of you in chat. Really appreciate it. No, I'm not going to have a shave. Just even the thought of it probably give me a heart attack. You don't grow your beard like this and then just shave it off. Sorry, mate, not happening. But no, it's all good. So join me tomorrow Monday at 1. It's brilliant. Thank you to Cara, Pouncey, Business Australia, Phil, Blessed down below, all of you, and Slim, obviously, can't forget Slim. Oh, happy days. And Business Australia, yep, happy day. Oh, Ollie, yep, forgot you as well, Ollie. So yeah, happy days. It's all good. Living the dream, happy days. So, like I say, at the end of every single blooming video, that is the wizard's words.